Good afternoon. Now, Luca had a great game last night, which means I got to say something nice about Luca. I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to put it off a little bit and deal with this first. Because, Jay, you strike me as a guy with a head for business. Am I right? You're a heady businessman.
Yeah.
Opportunity to make money, you're going to jump on.
Please. I mean, right now, you tell me right now, I'll take off.
All right. Okay,
you can run the board. We'll have Simone do it. Lovely Simone. We'll have somebody else. We call the boss man up here. I don't care what we got to do if it's about some change.
We may have to do that because I think there's only about an hour left on this potential deal.
Uh-oh.
See what you think.
Okay.
Apparently, and hearts go out to everybody that, is no longer employed because Red Lobster sold a bunch of stores.
Yeah, they did.
Wish you all the best. Hopefully you already have jobs. And the one on how they're selling everything, it's up for auction, everything inside. And there's like an hour left, is my understanding. An hour left to bid.
Now, when'd you find this out?
I have sources.
Okay, but when did the sources give you the time on this?
This was earlier today. I found out that last I heard, there's like an hour left, I think. And I just found out like an hour ago.
And you didn't want to send your boy Jay heads up, no notice. I want some of the fish tanks.
That's it. Lobster tanks, everything inside is my understanding.
What?
Everything inside. So the tables, the chairs, of course.
Everything.
Industrial fridges and fryers.
And you just now telling me.
Yeah, I just found out yesterday and I kind of forgot about it.
Oh,
then I asked about it today and I found out there's a couple hours left. Here's the thing.
What were you looking for? If Whitey Gleason was heading to Hal right now, what are you looking for?
Give me lobster tanks.
Okay.
Lots of them.
I like it.
What I was told is high bid. Was it like $7,200?
For the tank?
For everything.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
For the whole shebang.
That's why I say you got to head for business.
I'm out. I'll talk to you later on. Simone, you got me? Because this ain't it. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
$7,200 for the whole shebang?
Now, it may have gone up since then because that was about
call your
ago.
Sources. Hit your sources.
Yeah, I got to
get your Adam Schefter on. And figure this out for me. I may be in.
I'm kicking myself because I was like, well, I'm not sure. I think this is a good deal, but let me check with Jay. And I guess I should have already jumped on it before.
Yes, you should have. I could have went in on a small percentage with you. Now, I know, the Gleason family, they do it big. These are the type of people that cut the grass with no lawnmower.
That's right.
That's
right. Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's a little longer, but it's worth it.
Absolutely. You like it manicured. It's very much manicured. Did you get that finished last night?
Almost.
Still not?
I got one more section.
My goodness.
I got to do.
Either you got a ranch or you taking your time.
Yeah, we don't have a ranch. Don't have a lawnmower either. But I could use a lobster tank.
Yes. How did you find this out? Sources?
Okay. I can't really divulge that.
Well,
some of it is public information.
Well, I'm not asking you. How did you find? I mean, I don't want you to tell me your sources because then you'll be a bad, insider.
Right.
What I need you to do is at least like you asked a couple of days ago, this person, I mean, sources say, or I have an inside connection. How did you find this out? Someone that is in the privy, someone that worked there, someone who's going to, maybe bet. Like what?
It's someone in our building.
Okay.
Whose job it is to keep an eye on everything going on locally.
Got you.
Yeah. That's
bad business by them.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say why. Because if Red Lobster is selling certain things, they got to know the players to go to.
Right.
So they came to Mr. Gleason. I understand Mr. Fright Night himself, Mr. Theater, understood. But you weren't the bridge. You weren't the middleman. You didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Right.
So the source, it's a falter. They failed.
Maybe so.
Yeah, they got to go to the next person and move it on.
All right.
They must not been interested in a lobster tank.
Yeah, I got to get an update. My guess is, how these things go. Anything up for auction, like even something on eBay, last minute, woo, everybody waits.
Jumps up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if we could get this everything here, you love fried food, right?
Of course, that's the problem.
Fried food.
None one I've ever met. Even Tom Brady eat fried food.
Yeah. Delicious fried food coming out of these delicious fryers. And they probably got that cheesy biscuit recipe in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I'd pay $7,200 just for that.
just for the insight?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Those biscuits are something. Whew.
So when we have a second, I'll see if I can get any updated information.
Yeah, need to see.
Yeah. And
how does the auction at Red Lobster work? Do you just walk in and you sign up, get a paddle, or is it you got a number? It's online.
It's an online deal.
I like it.
I could be wrong.
So I could literally be talking to you and bidding on a lobster tank. Oh yeah, bad business by you and the source.
Yeah, but again, I don't think you can't bid on a tank.
You got it's the whole thing.
Yes,
no matter what, you can't break it down.
Right.
Okay.
It's the whole shebang.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So bargain to be had there.
Yeah,
I should have come to you sooner. That's on me.
It's all right. We could have broke it down. 50-50.
We still may have a shot.
You let me know. You reach out to your source. That's super interesting though. Because you have to be in the know to know that, if that makes sense. Like most people just don't know, as you said, and maybe public information. That's something that comes across, the ticker real quick one time. And if you don't see it or someone hasn't sent it to you, you're probably going to miss that information.
Yeah. And there's probably the insiders that are they have to jump on any chance to get restaurant equipment.
Yeah.
They probably don't want a lot of other people knowing.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Mm-hmm. Well, the lobster's out of the tank, so to speak. On
it
this
is, one. Man.
Yeah.
I could at least took the rubber bands. The bands that go around the lobster claw. Yes.
So that's so sad.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, not so much on the lobster. I could have used the rubber bands.
Yeah, I know. I got you. Because those have to be quality rubber bands.
Yes. Thick.
Yeah. All right. Put it off long enough. Luka was really good last night, right, Jay? 31 points for Luka. 12 of 22, 5 of 11 beyond the 3-point line. And he talked about how much fun he had. And he talked about he didn't complain. And he said of himself, he said, it's like the old Luka. I had fun. And it just made me want to throw up. But I have to give the Mavs credit, 104-92. They take the lead over the Thunder in that series. By the way, your guy, Josh Giddey, he did not start for the first time in his career.
Oof. Yeah.
And he actually came off the bench and played halfway decently. And the guy they started instead of him, Isaiah Joe, did not play well. But yeah, Josh Giddey did not start. They benched your boy.
You know what that means? He's there for the taking for the low. The same thing that you talked about with Kevin Huerter. He probably has a lower value than where the Kings value him at. And that's due to injury, not having the best season. And it sounds like the OKC are devaluing Josh Giddey, which makes me smile. I got the Kool-Aid smile going on. I'm looking for Josh Giddey to be in a Kings uniform very soon. Speaking it to an existence.
Okay. And just for those who didn't hear us talk about it yesterday, why do you want him again?
Because I think he's a young talent that has been misused, mistreated, misappropriated when it comes to when it comes to the Oklahoma City Thunder. You look at his numbers. We go back to not this past year, the year before at 16, 7, and almost 5. You look at this year, he put up 12 and some change, 6.4 rebounds and 5 assists. I think he's the type of guy that you can buy low, and the ceiling is going to be a lot higher than, what the OKC is treating it to be. And I'm not sure why he's fell in the doghouse over the OKC, because to be honest, they looked outmatched last night for the first time. And this is where I would have sold my ticket if I was Wayne Shelton. Yeah, I'd have got out and got my 50,000, which is nothing that he missed.
50? You think he still got 50?
Oh, yeah, he missed out on 2.5.
I know.
2.10 because he didn't do his due diligence.
I know.
He had sources like your source who didn't spread the word properly.
Right.
He wasn't utilizing the best resources, and he got undercut. He got railroaded.
To me, Josh Giddey right now, who knows? He's a young player, so maybe he goes somewhere, or maybe he stays there, and maybe his career takes off again. But to me, he was exposed in the series, and maybe it's just matchups, but Dallas was going right at him when they had the ball, and when he had the ball, they were just, go ahead, Josh Giddey, shoot it. To me right now, Josh Giddey he's like the equivalent of an empty lobster tank. It's like, just, if you want to go ahead, take a flyer on him and put some more lobsters in there. Good luck, but non-functional. I hope you're right, because I like him.
I think the other part too is he is a prime candidate for change of scenery. He needs to change the scenery so he can get back to who he was and on his projection.
Yeah.
At one point in time, again, even earlier this year, people were raving about Josh Giddey being a part of the Oklahoma City Thunder future. For whatever it is, it's not working. But I don't think he's lost his game. I don't believe the trajectory that people were looking at him, prior to the middle of the season and on, has just completely changed. Like, he hasn't forgot to play basketball. I don't think he's Ben Simmons. I don't think he's hurt. I don't think it's a mental thing. I just don't think he wants to be in Oklahoma City. And we know how that goes sometime. Why? Sometime when you don't want to be a part of something, you got to shake your own self loose. And sometime it doesn't happen, right?
Yep. I'll bet you Alan Stiles likes Josh Giddey.
He should.
Bet you he likes. Bet you he likes.
I just heard about that.
Yeah. I don't know. Just to connecting the dots. That's all. That's what we do here. When we come back, what will Donovan Mitchell do next? And with all this chaos in Cleveland, end up freeing up a player that the Kings could use. Next with the Drive Guys, it's Jay and Whitey today. Sacktown Sports.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
We see a lot of news about teens vaping, but teens see something else. Videos on social media that glamorize it and downplay the dangers of nicotine. How can parents talk so kids will listen? Use facts. 1. Nicotine can rewire teens' brains. 2. It can make teens more anxious. 3. Changes to the brain can be permanent. So even when it hides behind a new look, nicotine is brain poison. Go to undo.org for more.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
This segment is brought to you by Aztec Solar. Skip the sales pitch. Calculate your solar savings at yourpowersavings.com.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
I know everyone's talking about the NFL schedule. We'll get back around to the NFL schedule today. Imran's going to join us today. High Flyers in today, right?
HT in the building.
Henry Turner. He'll be giving us the latest in our series of Kings media exit interviews. And we were just talking a second ago about the OKC fan, and you know the story by now. I know Alan and Chris have been talking about it, and we've been talking about it. Somebody on the chat here says, this is Andre, 49ers for life. I saw on Instagram the guy actually sold a ticket for $80,000 when the Thunder won and tied it up. Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Wayne Shelton.
Yes, thank you. But as we found out, some brokerage said, "Oh, we had offers of $201,000 for that ticket. If he'd have come to us, we'd have paid him $201,000."
Yes. And
instead of 80.
Prior to him settling for not settling, but prior to him cashing out, because we played the video of him. The message that he said on it, or it was a Twitter or Instagram, one of the two, social network.
Yeah.
And, he said, hey, I told myself if it got back up to 80,000, I would cash out. So here you go, folks. I'm going to cash out. It shows him hitting the button, 80,000 moving over. And he's like, all right, that's it. And he specified why he did it. He said he was a single father. He needed the money. It's going to help him out a lot. But prior to that, White, is when you brought it up and I was in total disagreement, was I always felt the 100,000 that they had verified that he had been offered was super low at the point.
Yeah.
And I always say, give me $250,000 and I'm out of here. Right. I'm not saying $80,000 ain't life-changing money by all means, but he about to get waxed by Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That's true.
I mean, so it's not going to go as far as possible, but a win is a win. He put $100 on a 3-team parlay. He hit the 2 legs. We don't know what's going to happen. Looks like OKC may be on the ropes, but I would have definitely negotiated. I don't think he negotiated enough.
Doesn't sound like it.
Nah.
But I do think right now he's probably convincing himself that, see that OKC lost game 5, so I did the right thing.
Yeah, maybe.
As long as he doesn't know that he could have had $200,000 without doing anything other than just going to a different place to cash in his ticket.
All sources need to be exhausted. When you have the upper hand, you have the upper hand.
Uh-huh.
And he had the upper hand at one point in time. Even 1-0, 2-2. Yeah, because it was 2-2 coming back to Oklahoma City. So he had the upper hand.
Yeah, like I told you, I would have at 1-1. That's when I would have sold.
1-1, you'd have got out of there.
I think he would have gotten more than 80, but I don't remember what that supposedly would have got him.
Sure.
Yeah, and I know you would not have done that.
No, 2-2 was probably where I would have got out because I think you still have even money, is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty close to even money, and I still think it's like a trade. You are Danny Ainge. I want to win the trade at all points and times in my mind. At 2-2. Going back to Oklahoma City, to me, I'm on top, you're on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm the person that has the advantage.
Yep.
I'm going to utilize
You're going to press that advantage.
The equalizer.
Yes, because you're a competitor.
Yes.
You got a 3-1 count. You're going to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. I'm Vinny Castilla with it. You bring that down the middle, I might park it.
And if you don't, I spit on it.
There it was. And now it's 3-2. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. I gotcha. Speaking of Danny Ainge, first thing I thought of when I saw this just about an hour ago, I thought, oh, it's Danny Ainge. He's up to something. This is from Liam McKeon. Per NBA Insider, Utah Jazz could be interested in drafting Bronny James. Now, on the surface, you could say, well, they're a young team. That makes sense. And maybe that's true. But to me, I see Danny Ainge and the wheel spinning in his head, and he's thinking, how can I maximize this opportunity and screw up everything for the Lakers? Then all of a sudden I have an asset that the Lakers want. Ha ha! He's playing chess.
Yes.
When everyone else is, you know what?
Yeah, he normally does, though.
I know.
That's the problem. If Danny Ainge calls you, I'm listening. I'm going to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to listen. And then something my wife hates, I'm going to cut you off. Cutting you off. You know why? Because that's not it. Danny, you're not proposing the proper trade to me. I already know. You want to win.
Mm-hmm.
So, excuse me, sir. Beautiful. Enjoy the slopes. Salt Lake City. I'm gone.
Yeah, the consensus, though, is that Rich Paul has been, and this is what he's been telling people, Rich Paul's been telling people, look, if you draft Bronny, he's just going to go back to college, so don't waste your draft pick. So maybe Danny's just putting some pressure on him. Maybe Danny has no interest in drafting him at all. Maybe he just doesn't like the way Rich Paul and LeBron are kind of dictating what teams are going to do with this pick.
I like that. You're using your mind. He's playing it. He doesn't want to be, dictated.
Right.
And so, yeah, I'm with you. I would a second round. If Bronny lasted a second round, which I think he is.
Oh yeah.
I truly believe he's going to be a second round pick if he gets picked at all, but he's going to get picked because of who he is. If I'm anybody that I don't need to pick. And everybody can say, well, you got Draymond, you've got Jokic, you got great second round pick. That's cool, fine and dandy. There's some teams like Phoenix, they don't need to pick.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want that second round pick. They don't want what comes with that space. You know what you do? You take them. I dare you.
Yeah, you take them, and then what you do is you call up the Lakers, you go, hey, how much you
want to do
for this pick?
Absolutely. I think we'd be great GMs.
Yes.
We're the Monty McNair and Wes Wilcox.
I think so.
I think we're just gonna actually make moves though.
Yeah. Who's gonna be the GM of the new lobster hut that we're opening? We can't call it, Red Lobster. We got to change the name of it. Lobster Hut.
Well, we can. How about this? We can do what happens like on Coming to America. Instead of McDonald's, we go McDowell's. We can be close.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Instead of Red Lobster, right?
Dead Lobster.
There you go. Dead Lobster. And the lobster is blue.
Yeah.
He's blue instead of red.
How dead did you want your lobster, sir? All right, you got
instead
it.
Of the cheesy biscuits, we come with the cheddar biscuits. We come with the cheesy biscuits.
Cheddar bread, cheesy biscuits. No. You want some cheddar bread?
Right. Yeah. Cheddar roll.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's do it.
It's all coming together. But we gotta buy this stuff. We gotta hurry up and buy everything.
I'm gonna send my representation over.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What's Donovan Mitchell going to do next? He can extend with the Cavaliers 4 years, $208.5 million, or if he's a free agent in 25, because there's a player option, he could then sign the max with the Cavs, 5 years, 269.9. Or if he goes to somebody else at that point, it would be 4 years, 200.1 million.
Oof.
It looks like he wants out. But the Cavs desperately want to keep him. So they're going to have to do some kind of financial rearranging, and also they're not thrilled with the way the team is right now. So I know you saw it. I think you sent it to me, Jay. Jared Allen could be available, and there's been some speculation somewhere that, who is it, the Pelicans and the Thunder and the Kings are interested.
Kings.
Jared Allen?
Yeah,
what?
coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. We've said this a few times over the past couple weeks since the season has ended. There's going to be some names that we know are going to be tossed around. The Kings will probably be utilized and played, and used as a pawn, where Zach LaVine, Brandon Ingram, Jeremy Grant, all these different names that we probably know that everybody knows is going to be available. But I think the great moves are the ones that no people see, right? And now Jared Allen, sounds like the Kings have already made a contact with Cleveland. Sounds like Monty has already been in the ear of what's going on with the Cavs. Is Jared Allen available? We might want to bring him here to Sacramento. We might want to bring him to California. And so, first of all, he's a UT guy. So let's just go put that in there. So he's already a baller. Second part of it is he is someone that fits the bill of a long, athletic, lanky, straight to the basket, rim protector. Like he fits a lot of what people around here are clamoring for when it comes to a big man.
Would you like to know what former Kings general manager and coach Jerry Reynolds has to say about that?
Absolutely. It's legendary.
I texted Jerry. I asked him, can Allen and Sabonis play together? And he texted me back. He said, not ideal, but an upgrade. And I said, odd fit. And he said, unless you do high-low something with a shrug. And he said, Derek Jones and Jalen Smith, a lower paid free agents. He thinks those guys would be better. But he said, Jared Allen, not ideal, but would be an upgrade. And you could maybe do something with, Domas high post, Jared Allen low post. So
which tells me a couple things. We need Domas to get better in what he does. And excuse me, not in what he does, but in expanding his game. That's something I've asked, I'm looking for. The elbow shot, the high post, the pick and roll a little more, the dictation of the ball, swinging it around instead of from the post back to the basket, a lot more facing the basket. I would like to see that a little more from DeMontis. And of course, everybody wants to see a shot, develop a little more. I know in today's game, you want to see it past the arc, past the 3-point line. I don't really think he has to do that. I think he really, as we talked about yesterday, is a functional 3-point shooter, big man. I think he's got to be able to be in that range of 15 to 20. Hit the baseline, hit the foul shot, hit the elbow, hit the top of the key, and that, to me, will make some adjustments. Now, he may never get to that, but I think that opens up what Jerry is talking about, high-low, high-low. But no one's going to stick DeMontis out that high if you're not making them protect what you can't, punish them for.
Right.
Make the shot.
You can pay for, yeah. The bigger question probably is on defense too, because that would mean Domas would have to guard some power forwards, and that's people go back and forth on that. It's like, well,
how about Jared does it though?
Yeah.
White. How about Jared plays he's more athletic, more quick-footed.
Maybe
like he could probably do the full. Play the forward defensively.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say, you're right. But what I was going to add is that he played with Miles Turner. Domas and Miles Turner, they were together for a number of years. It wasn't like it was a disaster. They ultimately decided to move off of it, but it wasn't like, oh, this is terrible. I mean, they were a playoff team.
Yeah.
So Domas can do it. He has done that. So
Miles,
let me ask you this, if I may, Mr. GM, why am I going to trade for Jared Allen? That is, give up something to get him when I might be able to draft Zach Edey.
I think they're two different players. Jared is.
I was just asking the question.
Yeah, Jared.
Following up our conversation yesterday.
And Jared is not Miles Turner. Jared is more in the paint. Jared looks like he doesn't need the ball to play. For me, Miles has to be a shooter. He's got to extend, the 3-point shot.
You're
like
right.
they have a complete different style of game. Where to me, Miles is more on the outside and DeMontis was more on the inside. And, so Jared and DeMontis play the kind of same role inside. I just think Jared is way more athletic. I think he's a better defender. I know he's a better defender. I know he's a better.
Oh, he's a
team
way
defender.
better player than Zach Edey. I was just
to the best of our knowledge, and
he's
a rim protector. Here we go with that. But I think he's something that the Kings need. I'm not sure they need him to be that type of prospect, though, and I think that's what you're saying. Why, for certain things that the Kings need, he's a top prospect in his position.
Mm-hmm.
They probably need somebody else in another position that's a top prospect.
I would be surprised if there's much to this report that the Kings may be interested. I don't know if that's pure speculation or what that's based on. The Kings obviously at this point, we'll look at anything. It's hard for me to imagine that Jared Allen is a priority with everything else they have to deal with. He's a good player, but considering all the fit issues, I doubt that there's anything really there. Coming up, the NBA's combine and the three biggest surprises to come out of that combine and what they mean for your Kings. Next with the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis, put the frosting on the cake, put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
Nighttime is the right time to track your golf ball's flight time at the Hagen Oaks Top Tracer driving range. It's more relaxed at night with people enjoying the Top Tracer technology where you can play Pebble Beach at Hagen Oaks. You can compete against your friends in a variety of games or just practice with the Top Tracer television technology. There's food when you're hungry from the Hangout food truck or enjoy a craft beer on the brand new patio with relaxed seating. And don't forget the summer-long free concert schedule. It's the Hagen Oaks driving range nightly until midnight, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's happening for Chryslers? It's the season sales event.
This month, save up to $10,500 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 1500s. That means you can get your hands on one of America's favorite trucks starting at only $36,995. And with over 500 new Ram trucks available, you're sure to find the right truck for you.
But why drive all the way to Hoblet?
We do things different here at Hoblet. You're not just a number. When you buy from Hoblet, you become family. There's a reason we are California's #1 Ram truck dealer and #3 in the nation. We have big city selection and savings, but the small town feel you can't find at an auto mall.
Now is the time to get the new Ram truck of your dreams. Stop by for a test drive or search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$10,500 total net savings on new 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorns after $5,500 factory rebates and $5,000 dealer discounts. 10th net savings. $36,995 net price on new 2024 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Bighorn after $2,500 factory rebate. Sample VIN 140408. See dealer for details.
Weekends are for Sacramento River Cats baseball. Join us Friday, May 17th for a Patrick Bailey bobblehead to the first 2,500 fans, presented by Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort. Saturday, May 18th is Salute to Armed Forces Night, presented by Budweiser, with a pregame flyover by the U.S. Air Force. Stick around postgame for a fireworks show presented by Sutter Health. For a full promotion schedule and to buy tickets, visit rivercats.com.
My father was a career United States Air Force pilot, and Memorial Day is a reminder of all he and so many others did for our country. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Right now at the annual Memorial Day sale, everything in the store is on sale. Everything. You'll save 10 to 25% on all living rooms, to sofas, to sectionals, to dining rooms, to bedrooms, to home offices, and so much more. Everything is on sale right now at Naturewood Home Furnishings Memorial Day sale. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, Brighten up your bedroom or tighten up your home office. It's all available for you at savings from 10 to 25% at Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop the area's best selection of quality furniture at Naturewood Home Furnishing off Highway 50 in Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Winter's gone, so there's no excuses for missing out on Sacramento's premier country festival, Country in the Park. It's this Friday and Saturday. Don't miss your chance to see
Bradley Gilbert, Dustin Letch, Jake Owen, Walker Hayes, Brian Kelly, Drew Baldridge, Brian Martin, Michael Ray,
Ingrid Andress, Priscilla Block,
Chase Matthew.
Tickets are only $46 per day. Buy your tickets now at CITPFest.com. That's CITPFest.com. Or take your chances at the gate. Brought to you by Junior Restaurant and Lounge, Gurnick Academy, and Fieldhouse American Sports Pub.
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Mentioned that the High Flyer is going to be with us this afternoon about 5 o'clock. Henry Turner and Imran Pilati from True Sports Cards is going to be along at some point. We have them scheduled for 4. We'll see, maybe a little sooner. Speaking of Imran, I brought something in for him and for you to see. Those of you who can't see it on YouTube. And the item I brought in, I've just given to Jay. Jay being a baseball guy. What do you think of the item I brought in for you to look at, Jay?
Should I explain it?
Yeah,
or
whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And what do you make of it? What is?
First of all, I'm a fan of this person.
Okay.
I know that it's kind of. He's kind of been ostracized.
Controversial
Very
figure.
controversial, and because of the steroid era that he played in. He helped revigorate, baseball at one point in time. I always say him, Ken Griffey Jr., and Mark McGwire. Love Sammy Sosa. Number 21. I see it's nice. It is cased.
Yeah.
Which lets me know it must be authentic. I'm hoping.
Me too.
Okay. I see something on the backside that has a number on it, which is interesting because across the, every ball has a label of some sorts. This is official ball of the National League. And as a president, of course, signature on it. But I see a written code of numbers with the letter intertwined into that.
I hadn't even noticed that.
And I don't know what that is.
Well, I'll tell you this. I brought that in because it's really interesting one way or the other. But I was given that. Somebody in our family, unfortunately, passed away. And that was an item that this person was a big baseball fan. And so I ended up with some of this family member's collection.
Gotcha.
And so that was one of the pieces. And I was looking it up and looking at it. And based on what I found and what I found on the certificate of authenticity, according to what I saw, that ball is almost certainly fake. Because it's from an era when there was massive fraud going on in memorabilia. So I'm wondering, I'm assuming it is.
Sure.
I'm not hoping that Imran will come on and say, no, it's worth a bunch of money.
Right.
I think it's fake, but it's an interesting story. And it's something, anybody who's investing in any of that stuff needs to be aware of. And
Memories,
I'm also grateful because as far as I know, the person who bought it in my family had no idea. At least I hope not.
Gotcha.
They spent a lot of money on it.
The interesting part of it is it's definitely a ball that hasn't been played with.
Yeah.
It looks like it was a ball that just pulled out and someone signed, according to hopefully Sammy Sosa. And we're just going to speak into existence. It is Sammy Sosa. I'm not familiar with Sammy Sosa's signature. As you said, you've done the research and looked it up. How close has that signature looked to Sammy Sosa?
It looks pretty good, but then there's so many on the internet. I didn't look up each one. It's possible that a lot of the ones I saw, these are the fake ones and these are the real ones. I don't know. I'm not sure.
The other thing that
and he bought, pardon me, but my family member bought that in town many years ago, but somewhere in town, it's a place where I don't think you can buy that stuff anymore.
Got you. The other part to me is when I first looked at the ball, it's like if it looks a little lighter than a normal baseball.
Well, so does Sammy.
Yeah.
So that might, right? I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh man, you ain't had to do slamming Sammy like that.
Facts are facts.
Yeah, slamming is he's.
But you're right. You're right.
He's a different shade of who he used to be.
Yeah. You, Sammy.
You can look that up. And shouts out to Sammy. It's a great piece. It's a great piece to bring to the table and let someone like Emran take a look at it to see if his knowledge, if he has any knowledge of, any Sammy Sosa autographs. I'm pretty sure he's come across Sammy Sosa autographs.
Right.
And of course, that's something that they do very well is look, they authenticate what they believe, could be true, could not be real, could be fake. So I'm grateful you brought it in.
Okay.
And I'm also say this. Because you brought this in, this is something I've been clamoring for the True Sports Card guys to come in here with something fresh. I've yet to see a piece be brought into this into the studio. And the fact that
I'm bringing in more than they're
look, you've brought in cards. You our Sac Sports 1140 Kings insider, Frankie Cardicelli, you've blessed him with different type of memorabilia and collectibles. I've yet to see anything from these guys.
Well, you have to take that up with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna start questioning their authentication.
Okay.
Their authenticity.
All right. So we're looking forward to that. And I'm not hopeful. I mean, I guess there's
no
room for a surprise, but I think it's a really interesting piece either way, because apparently it was just widespread a few years ago, fraud with all that stuff, and we'll find out what they've done to correct that.
What? And when you say that, it's. People faking stuff all the time, but it was at a all-time high. What, during the pandemic or?
I think it was before that.
Okay.
And I'm a little fuzzy on this. I believe 60 Minutes even did an expose on it. And I think at one time, and it was many years ago, the FBI, once they cracked the case, the tell in my case, I think, was the certificate I had. It's like, if you have this certificate, it's probably not real. But I believe there was even a program through which if you were swindled, you could appeal and get your money back, but A, that money went pretty quickly, and B, there was a short window there where it's passed. It's like if you miss, it's like, oh, well.
We know how they do it.
Yeah.
We know how it is. If it's talking about giving any money back, it's very short.
Yeah.
Period is about as quick as this auction that we missed over at Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You've got between now and too late.
Right.
Sorry.
And if you don't have the true sources to even have that line, of being able to be put in that position, then yeah, you're completely out. I like the fact that you brought it in. I like the fact that you want to know and, get some results done to it. And it may or may not happen today, but at least you'll have a certain, direction to go to. So you got a certificate with it. And as you did your research, people are saying if you got this form of certificate, it's probably bogus. You got the Fugazi ball.
I think so. I think so. Apparently there was one guy, Imran can tell us the story. Like, there's one guy that used to sign all these things, and he got really good at a bunch of signatures. But we'll find out. People are also trying to find out how authentic some of these draft prospects are. Of course, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Some of the winners at the Combine. First of all, we have Reed Shepherd. Did you hear about Reed Shepherd and how high he was able to leap?
Yes.
Reed Shepherd he's maybe 6'1" or 6'2", but his measured vertical leap was 42 inches.
Sound like something like yours?
Nope. Tied for the best, 42-inch vertical leap. Also, Bronny, we know that Bronny, everyone's going crazy about Bronny. Well, what did Bronny do? He went a full minute and 15 seconds without missing in the movement shooting drill, which is where you basically run over here and you shoot a three, and then you jog over here and you jog over here. There's no defense, but you got to keep moving. It's to test your catch and shoot abilities. And he went a minute 15, which is legit without missing. So
yeah,
Bronny opened some eyes.
Which is, you said this a couple of days ago. We have the opportunity. We're blessed to go out and see players shoot pregame. A lot of times when you and Drapes are at the arena, you get to see these guys working out, and they all look good doing that.
Mm-hmm.
This is their job. This is something they do every single day, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you do it every single day, we would hope that you would progress, get better at it, and continue to work at it. That's what he's supposed to do. On top of that, he's been born into basketball. I expect him to have a good shot. I expect for his mechanics to be on point. I expect for him to be in great shape, which he is. Beyond that, I still got to see somebody play basketball.
Yes. And then the third big surprise, again, I know we touched on this quite a bit yesterday. Zach Edey, you may have read this yesterday, Jay. According to John Gavoni, there are people in NBA front offices who view Zach Edey as a potential top 10 pick. How about that? That's how high his stock has risen. a potential top 10 pick. So again, as we said yesterday, the Kings, what about Zach Edey? They may not even have a shot at Zach Edey. He may already be gone.
You think so?
I don't know what to think anymore. You know? Plenty of executives who say they have him ranked as a lottery pick or even as a top 10 prospect because of how well he rates in their analytics models.
Here we go. Box scores, analytics, combine. You hit the weights 40 times. You ran the shuttle. You touched 3 cones quick. Here we go. And then you get into the game. Next thing you know, struggling.
Yeah. Hey, look at this
utilizing
video. This guy can't guard anybody. Yeah, but look at this. Watch this vertical, huh? Yeah, see that? Woo!
Did you see the cone shuttle? You couldn't have seen the cone shuttle and came out and didn't think this guy was legit.
I don't know. Do scouts? Do even they sometimes just see what they want to see?
Of course. I think we all do. We all have a point of view. And we get to see scouts come in, down in the media area when they come to the G1C. That was something I always felt interesting. Shouts out to, my guy, Bino Udry, who was scouting for the Hawks. You see guys like that all across the league. And most of the time, they're scouting on the West Coast, or they're scouting a player, or they're scouting a team that, whoever they're working for is going to play within the next 3 or 4 games. And so, they're out there, they're around there, but, to each their own. You have a prototypical player you're going to like. I'm going to have a prototypical player that I'm going to like. And that's what makes it so great is we all see different, different players. We see them in a different light.
Curtis Hicks says, thank you, Jay. The mid-range is not a horrible shot like these analytics geeks would like you to believe. It's the only reason some people have jobs in this realm. It's not math, it's basketball.
Very true.
Yeah.
That's a hooper. Curtis must have been a hooper because the one thing about mid, and I learned this very, very quickly, not being tall. Getting inside and playing amongst the trees can be a lot tougher when you can't go up there and dunk on everybody at my height, right? And at the same time, when you develop a shot and people see you can shoot, what happens? Most people try to get up until you jump, right? If you can get to what you see De'Aaron Fox in the mid-range game, he's deadly. He is one of the most deadliest ball players in the league because he has developed his mid-range shot. It's a lot of people who overshoot that. Rip Hamilton made a living as a mid-range shooter. There's a lot of guys who overlook that. Most of the time, most people mid-range game, what they throwing up a floater. It's a floater or it's a set shot coming off a pick and roll. I'll find you. Even half the time now, White, when you see somebody open, they're behind the arc.
If you get an open 15-footer,
take it.
That for a pro, you should make that well more than half the time. That's like a 75% shot. Sometimes if you're, 8 feet away and there's a guy in your face, it's one thing. But if you can get inside the foul line between the dotted circle and the foul line, you got an open shot. An NBA player should make that 75% of the time.
How many times do you see people not shoot it, though? How many times do you see a player blow by somebody and you're like, oh, take that 12-footer. And then they pass. The lane is wide open. They're looking to pass the ball. Happy feet.
Yeah.
Take the shot. You got 13 feet between you and the basket. That's nothing but a free throw jumper.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's like a free throw. Yeah. By the way, Curtis Hicks also likes the idea for the dead lobster.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, Curtis, wait till you have our cheddar roll.
Cheddar rolls. Come on. Instead of the all-you-can-eat shrimp, eat everything shrimp.
Yeah. Well, prawns.
Prawns. You're right.
Yeah.
We got to call them prawns. Eat all the things you want prawns.
Prawns gone. That's what we call it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Because what they call the shrimp fest?
Yeah.
I think that's what they call it.
We got prawns gone.
Yes. Like it.
Yeah. We're on our way.
Not a lobster tank.
Coming up today, he considers himself the luckiest fan on the face of the earth. Next with the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all the of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Across Sacramento, air conditioners are firing up, and with them, power bills are going through the roof. Are you ready for your utility bill to soar even higher next month? Since 1980, Aztec Solar has helped thousands of homeowners save money because going solar is like getting an extra paycheck every month. We call it the Aztec Paycheck. How big of a paycheck? Find out at yourpowersavings.com. Visit yourpowersavings.com and Aztec Solar will text you how much money you'll save every month. Find out how much you'll save now at yourpowersavings.com. It's fast, easy, and reliable. Stop paying the power company and start paying yourself. Looking for a deal? Here's a timely offer from Aztec Solar. You can own a solar electric system for just $99.95. Cash price after incentives. Don't waste another dollar. Visit yourpowersavings.com and keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket. Aztec Solar. Solar and only solar since 1980.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have, because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a Colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. And right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection. See our exceptional selection of Elk Grove Honda certified pre-owned Hondas with interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sacktown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting sacktownsports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
My father was a career United States Air Force pilot, and Memorial Day is a reminder of all he and so many others did for our country. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Right now at the annual Memorial Day sale, everything in the store is on sale. Everything. You'll save 10 to 25% on all living rooms, to sofas, to sectionals, to dining rooms, to bedrooms, to home offices, and so much more. Everything is on sale right now at Naturewood Home Furnishings Memorial Day sale. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, brighten up your bedroom, or tighten up your home office, it's all available for you at savings from 10 to 25% at Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop the area's best selection of quality furniture at Naturewood Home Furnishing, off Highway 50 in Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Oh, yeah, so much more. Jay and Whitey today. Jay and I are excited because, we got news yesterday about War, right, Jay? Coming to State Fair.
Gonna be here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
Thinking about going?
Yes.
Okay. Might get out there.
Yeah. You go to the fair and then are the tickets to the show free with admission to the fair?
If
you want to go, sit closer, I think you gotta pay
for the reserve.
Yeah.
Yes. Technically, once you pay the admission, you're in. You get to see, the act. But last year I went and I don't know, the specific area what they actually call it, but they have the tents kind of over the stage because it's so hot, right?
Yeah.
And you couldn't really see. So you kind of have to buy the ticket. They're tricky. They're smart.
Yeah.
They know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the tickets aren't like normal tickets because you've already paid the admission to the fair. I think, even front row and stuff like that, $25, $30.
It depends how much you like the band. I remember a few years ago, there's a band, I think they're out of Atlanta. I used to really like a band called Collective Soul. So they were at the fair one year. So we bought tickets, went and watched them. And then the next year, it's like, Belinda Carlisle's there. Well, okay, we're going to be there anyway. So, we might stop on our way to the Midway just to listen to a few songs, but we weren't going to buy tickets to sit and watch them. But still, you can listen to a few songs.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, a lot of times the great thing about music is you don't have to see, you can hear.
Yeah.
If you're blessed to have hearing, you can definitely hear the songs that you want to. But I'm an entertainment guy. I want to see you dance. I want to see you move. I want to see what you're dressed in. I want to see your band. I'm a drummer. I like to see the drums be played.
See their showmanship.
Yes. Put a show on for me. I want to see you, sashay across the stage.
Yeah. There you go. I didn't know you were a drummer.
Yeah, man. I gave it up probably too soon. I've been trying to find my way back to it. Just haven't yet, just due to time. No excuse. Haven't got to it. But I played all the way to my mid-20s.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we got the makings of a band here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Sign us up.
I got a question for you, Mr. Baseball Guy, Mr. Real College Minor League Baseball Guy. If I'm going to a game, Major League game, as an adult, and I take a glove with me, is that a good look or a bad look?
That's a bad look.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, I used to do a show for years with Mark Kreidler.
Yeah.
Wrote for the Bee for years. And, his son is a professional player, and he was a beat writer. He said the same thing you say. He said,
look.
Bad look.
No grown-ass man should be taking a glove to the ballpark.
What if I'm sitting in an area where they hit a lot of foul balls?
Which is, at this point now, because of the nets, what we're talking about, deep left field, deep right field, down the poles, where's a lot of foul balls. I mean, of course, some of them can come over the net, but a lot of them are being stopped by the net nowadays. So where are you out on that? You taking a glove?
I don't take one, but I don't look down at anyone who does.
No, that's two different things.
Well, no, I typically don't. I'm not, hold on, I got to get my glove. I don't know what you think of this. I threw out the first pitch in an A's game once, and I took my glove out on the mound.
That's okay. That's different.
Okay.
Because that's a feel thing.
Yeah.
You got to feel it.
Yeah.
And you want that first pitch to be on point.
Yeah.
So you got to you got to manipulate the ball and the pine tar down.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's different.
Okay.
But if you're going, to a ball game and you got your hot dog in your left hand and you're popping a few, red vines in your right hand, you can't bring out that Nakona, that Rawlings. and be out there. No. You can't do that, man. There is an age cutoff. You don't look down upon it, but you don't believe there's an age cutoff.
There is no age cutoff. It's
What?
perfectly fine and acceptable.
No.
I have done it. I don't always do it, but it's not because, I don't want to look like a geek. I just, I don't need to, or I forget. I don't want to leave it there as a thing. I don't want to forget my gloves.
So you're Whitey Gleason at the age of 30 years old was at the ballpark with a glove.
Yeah, I might have been. It's funny because I think there's no age limit for that, but I think there's an age limit for wearing your hat backwards.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Why do you feel it's okay to take a glove with you when you're 47?
It's practical. I mean, if you're going to use it, and that's really why you're taking it.
But you're not using it.
Well, you might. Now,
what's the percentage of catching a foul ball? Let me look that up.
If I don't have my glove, it goes down. If I have my glove, I got a chance to snag one. You ever see people when they like try to barehand it?
Yeah.
And everyone goes, hey, and you can see them and they're like, oh.
That's because they got,
you can do serious damage.
Most of the time, those people aren't ball players. They're just there for the entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
They're there for the dollar hot dog, the dollar ice cream, the Tuesday night tradition.
Listen to this. Josh George on Monday, maybe you've heard his story. He went to the Mariners and the Royals game. He did not have a glove. He caught a foul ball in the first inning down the left field line. Julio Rodriguez, well, that's the jersey he was wearing, pardon me. Josh Rojas hit the ball to Josh George. Josh George, the fan, makes the catch. No glove, makes the catch. The next batter comes up, and he catches that as well.
It's my type of guy right there.
And in fact, it's the same hitter because it was a foul ball.
Right.
So Josh Rojas hits two foul balls, and both of them, this fan, Josh George in left field, he catches them both. Consecutive pitches, Jay.
That's an amazing feat. I'm looking here trying to find, this is something from last year of Forbes, late 2023. Literally catching the ball with your hands or glove or beer cup is much less likely. According to Fangraphs, the odds of catching a foul ball are roughly 1 in 1,000, based on the number of foul balls he hit each year into the stands and the number of fans who attend the game. That's just a rough estimate. According to Ladbrokes Sportsbook, the odds could shorten to about 1 in 600 if you are seated in a lower level of a ballpark where many foul balls land. 1 of 600?
Yeah, so this was 1 in a million. I'll get the exact odds, at least 1 in a million on consecutive pitches. And because of that, the Mariners came out and said, hey, this is great. We want you to come out to the next game. And he did. And they had him throw out 2 first pitches.
Wow. Taking a page out of the Whitey Gleason book.
Mr. Lucky said, you caught 2 foul balls. Why don't you come out, throw 2 first pitches? And the guy who was his catcher was the guy who hit the foul balls.
I like that. I bet you he would wish though he had those same lottery wins if we were talking about numbers and money.
Yes.
But
why did I waste all my good luck catching foul balls?
Did it say he caught with a glove and or with his hands? Because I thought it said with his hands, right?
He did not have a glove.
And he caught 2 back-to-back.
I know. That's where my argument starts to fall apart a little bit. Turns out the 49ers are favorites, but the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. As you know, we'll dive into that when we come right back. Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
You've been waiting all winter for the snow to melt and the golf course to awaken. It's time for your long-awaited spring golf getaway to Plumas Pines Golf Resort in beautiful Gray Eagle, California. The timing is perfect to take advantage of Plumas Pines Spring Special. You can walk the course for $75 or ride for $90, available 7 days a week through May 23rd. Beneath towering pines adjacent to the Feather River, Plumas Pines Golf Resort offers a spectacular round of mountain golf. You'll love the grandeur of the Sierra, the calmness of Gray Eagle, and the wonderful test of golf at Plumas Pines with spring special rates of $75 to walk and $90 to ride 7 days a week until May 23rd. Make your reservation at plumaspinesgolf.com. Whether you visit for the day or stay a few days, Plumas Pines Golf Resort will make your play memorable. Visit plumaspinesgolf.com and make your tee time reservations for the spring special rates available 7 days a week. That's plumaspinesgolf.com.
What is Subcontractors United? It's a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in over 40 trades to help with your home project needs. From cabinets to heating and air to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com today and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com. Sacramento sports fans, get ready to amp up your summer with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. We've got a lineup that's awesome. First up on May 24th, don't miss Tribal Seeds as they bring their reggae beats to Ace of Spades, presented by Live Nation. And mark your calendar for June 8th when NF takes the stage at the Golden One Center. Visit livenation.com for tickets and get ready for a killer high-energy show. Don't miss music legends Daryl Hall and Elvis Costello with the Imposters on June 12th, and NSYNC and Backstreet artists Joey Fatone and AJ McLean on June 22nd. 2 great shows coming in June to Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Then looking ahead to August 4th, get ready for the Outlaw Music Festival at the Toyota Amphitheater, presented by Live Nation. The Sacktown Sports live events calendar, your ultimate playbook for the best shows and events in town. Stay tuned to Sacktown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sacktown Sports.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Yes. Drape's back with us tomorrow. Special show tomorrow. More details on that to come. 49ers are favorites, although the schedule maker did not do them any favors. We have that coming up in just a moment. It's Jay and Whitey today. We have to top a few loose ends here before we move ahead with things. We were just talking about the guy in Seattle caught 2 foul balls on consecutive pitches Monday. What are the odds of that? Somebody at Barstool Sports broke it down and figured out that happens once in every 157,480 games. So a lot of people said, well, if that's the case, if it happens once in every 157,480 games, it must have happened before. And this guy went and actually found evidence of a game 2018, I believe, in Oakland, where somebody caught foul balls and consecutive pitches. So apparently it has happened before. It's just been a while. Meanwhile, on the text line here, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Jay, what do we make of this? I defer to you because I think you know this person. Oops, I need to apologize.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh.
I was on a different channel. I thought you guys were just off, and I didn't care for those guys. I didn't do it. Chris the mom.
Oh, yeah, that's Mama Pal. That's family. That is family. What happened with Chris? What happened with Moms? Moms was searching, hitting the dial. She was
sounds
listening
like
to
somebody else changed the station or something.
Oh.
And she wasn't aware, and hers like, oh, I guess my guys aren't there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that's the wrong station.
One thing about it is she's sharp. Sharp
Okay.
as a ballpoint pen.
Yeah.
So she gonna take care of it, as you seen right there. She got it going and transfer back to, listen to her adopted son this way. And of course, one of her favorite guys, Whitey Gleason. So shouts out to Mom. Mom is one of the she is and I'll say this, one of my brothers, one of my best friends in life is how I know her.
Okay.
So
no need to
highly
apologize
respect.
then. She apologized. No need to apologize.
No, she gets plenty mulligans and passes.
Okay. All right. We also have this from the 916. What's the end age for wearing your hat backwards? I'm 40 and I'm wearing my hat backwards right now listening to you guys. It's my thing. Not you, right?
No, not
you.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think it's right about 40. I don't remember.
But the new 40 is the as they say, the new 40 is the new 30.
Yeah.
40 is the new 30, right?
Obviously, you do whatever makes you feel good. I
Please
don't care if you're 70.
Yeah.
Except
for take a glove to the ballpark when you're 40. Don't do that. Don't listen to Mr. Fright Night himself.
You can take your glove to the game at any age as long as you don't have your hat backwards and you're like 50. My thing about that is sometimes guys do it. I think sometimes you just do it because you like it. That's great. Sometimes guys do it because they want to look. Hey, look at me! I got my hat backwards. Woohoo!
So
I'm a kid.
What it sounds like is, when is it?
40 to me is right. If you're right there, in my opinion, right there on the cut line. You're 40. You got your hat backwards.
You're about right there.
That's just my opinion.
Okay, but you can take a glove to a ballpark when you're 63.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't.
As long as you intend to use it.
How though? How are you going to use a mitt when you go to a ball glove?
Especially if I got family there, I got to protect them.
Where are you sitting that you're protecting?
The skills that I have, that you have, you should know this.
But we just talked about how many guys are catching balls with their fingertips.
Uh-huh.
A hat. How many times have you seen a beer cup, a soda cup?
Yeah, you see the ones that work. You don't see the ones where everything goes horribly wrong. Remember the one a few years ago? It is impressive. You're right. There was a guy and he had like the baby in one arm.
Yes. Yes, I remember he kind of leaned over the ledge. I'll take that.
Guy caught a little heck at home? Because he didn't put the baby down.
Yeah.
He's just like, I think I can do both.
That's when you keep your significant others off social network. Nothing happened today.
Yeah.
Just boring game. Nothing. Just walked around.
You wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah. I will say this. We are living in an era, times, and society, community, however you want to put it, where you can wear whatever you want to these days.
Of
like
course.
Now more than ever,
yes.
Matching is not in.
Uh-huh.
What I've seen, I take my daughter to school sometime, and I see the most creative outfits you could ever imagine. And kudos to those children, and then at the same time, I see them wearing pajamas and Crocs.
Yeah.
Completely get it.
I know.
You look around, you look at, through social network, people are being more free and expressing themselves in so many different ways right now.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, as you said, please do whatever you want to. There is something to an outlier, I guess, when you say you're 50 and you got your hat to the back, because most 50-year-olds don't wear a hat to the back.
I think I could probably push it to 45. Like you say.
What's the difference between 40 and 45?
40, there's a lot of, like
you said, what'd you say? 40 is the new 30.
50 is
and 50 is the new 40. Where you been at? Whitey? Come on now, you're not in the.
How about this from the 831? I think that a snapback cap can be used backwards at 40 plus. A fitted cap doesn't age as well.
Here we go.
Whoa.
There was a point in time when I was coming through like junior high and high school, you wouldn't be caught dead in a snapback.
Well, I got to ask you something about that too, because last week it was was it 5950? Is that the
the brand?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So May 9th is 5950 day.
Okay.
So I had that I got in Japan, and it had the sticker on it. However, it was not the gold sticker, it was the silver sticker because it was snapback. So I thought, well, I don't think you want to leave the silver one on, do you?
Yes.
Because a gold one is like you're showing everybody, look at this. Silver one is like, I didn't get the real one.
You had the 925 version on. There's nothing wrong with that. Silver says 925. But,
yeah, you're right.
Man, who cares? Be who you are. Express yourself. You don't have to put your silver sticker away because you don't have the gold coin.
I was asking what the etiquette is. I think, isn't it 950? I think it's 5950 is a gold and 950, which was what I had, is the silver.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. It's like, I don't want to commit a faux pas.
No, because now it's different. That's what I said. When I was junior, 15, 20 years ago, you were in that situation where it's like you wouldn't be caught dead with a snapback. Oh, man, you got a snapback?
I know.
Oh, man, you got that knockoff,
Yeah, I know.
But now it's almost reverse. Most people wear snapbacks and you kind of, you got to fit it. Man, you wouldn't spend that $50 on that fit when you could have got the $29.90, the $32 snapback. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not as cool anymore, right? To have the fitted hat.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I think you're good.
All right.
Yeah. In pop culture, I'm just saying pop culture. I don't think the fitted hat is as dope as it used to be 20 years ago.
Okay.
So you're good. You're fine. You fit the bill. Matter of fact, turn it backwards.
I already took the silver one off.
Oh.
I think I have one other one where I haven't done anything.
Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to have to give you some hat game etiquette.
Well, the bad thing is I took the sticker off and then there was
it's got the little circle.
Yeah. Like I got it.
That's why you keep it on. Yes. That's why you keep. So this is what you do, right? You take the price tag sticker off of it. Which is
my daughter made that mistake. Someone had to tell her, no, you don't leave the price tag.
Yes, which is normally on the bottom, under of the bottom side of the print. But the actual sticker of, the Mitchell & S, the 5950, the 925, the, whatever type of hat that you're wearing, you got to keep that on.
I know.
That's it right there.
I know that. Like I said, with the silver, I thought, I don't know if that qualifies.
Yeah, because you got the silver version. It's like cards and collectibles, right? You got a prism versus the silver versus the jersey.
The silver clearly is not as.
No, that's not it. That's not
exalted as the gold.
No, because I'm telling you, snapbacks are just as fly as fitted caps now.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. I should have.
So you got to keep that on because now you got the whole oval, you got the whole round. You got to wipe it off and you got to, you got to put
look pretty bad.
The Clorox wipes on it and stuff, disinfect it. Yeah, you don't want that.
All right. Back to the 49ers and what they have to do 4 times that no one else in the league has to do when we come back. Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
This schedule release update is sponsored by Xfinity Odds Zone, providing you with a new way to watch live sports, allowing you to get odds from popular sportsbooks on the same screen as the big game.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SacktownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SacktownSports.com.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Brought to you by Old Spice. Men have skin too.
This is Bob. Hello. Bob knows self-care. Bob starts every day with a balanced breakfast. Bob exercises every day. Bob even does yoga. Bob thinks he's got everything covered. But you forgot something, Bob. Skincare. Men have skin too, Bob. So grab some Old Spice to complete the whole self-care package.
Brought to you by Old Spice Gentleman's Blend Body Wash, providing exfoliation plus 24/7 moisturization with daily use, because men have skin too.
The Drive Guys, live and local. Every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Curtis Hicks on the chat says, my niece said that kids at her high school wear Crocs during PE. SMH.
Oh, yeah. You're looking, well, you know the story. My daughter just had an accident at school wearing UGG slippers.
Oh, my goodness.
UGG moccasins.
I knew she was hurt. I didn't know about the footwear.
Yes.
I've only worn Crocs twice in my life, and I was very embarrassed both times. My sister-in-law, they got a lot of stuff going on, and they need some help around the yard, and so I had to get the weed. I'm very handy with a weed whacker.
Yeah,
and so I was like, I'll do it, but that it gets all over everything. I didn't bring any other clothes to wear, so they said, well, they have these huge Crocs that I wore. I think they're gardening clogs. It's like that. It's either that or barefoot. So I wore them and no one was there, but I was just really embarrassed. I was so afraid someone's going to go, look at him. Look at the gardening clogs.
Yeah. For me, I'm with
you.
Crocs are not for me. They're definitely for the young. Unless you work in the hospital, because, my daughter hurt herself. We were just in the hospital. A bunch of the nurses had, Crocs or clogs, so to say. I'm with you. Crocs are just not. There is an age limit, a cutoff for Crocs, especially for, and I hate to be, sexist, so to say, especially for men.
Really?
You can't be walking around with Crocs at the age of 40, man. Unless you're walking into a hospital or something.
What if
that's
Crocs
just my
at the age of 40 with a baseball glove, hat backwards, with a silver sticker?
I saw someone else too talk about flex fit hat.
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
Really?
You better not walk around with them dad hats. The
Ernesto
ones that
Castillo
bend and all.
Says flex fit nowadays.
No, those are the worst hats. They got no shape, no posture. Man, them hats are the worst.
Yeah. It sounds like Compio and I have hit kind of a snag. He says, I wear my hat backward. I'm over 50. If you have a problem with that, we can discuss it.
That's what I'm talking about, Compio. Live it.
But he also wants to fix
real.
my lawnmower, so we'll have to work something out.
Live in the real. Are you a flex fit hat guy? You don't touch
me out.
That.
That's the one that's like a band.
Yes. And they're all flimsy. The structure, the posture on your head look like it's dumpy. Like, man, get that out of here.
I might have one of those.
That's a dad hat. That's what folks call a dad hat.
Yeah.
You go back to the Sandlot and you roll up your hat and put it in your back pocket.
I think the Lincoln Potters gave me one once.
I would have said, y'all got no better hat here?
I mean, they just, someone's like, here's a hat. So like, okay. So, and I still wear it sometimes.
They all, the brim is all triangular, and man, that thing looks like a teepee. A flex. If your hat doesn't have some structure, some character.
And that's the other thing. And I would never wear it straight across.
Oh, yeah, I like mine.
I just can't do it.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, yours has a little bit.
Just a pinch of a bend.
Yeah, I was going to say a little bit.
It's got to format your head now, too.
Yeah. See, to me, when I see yours, I see the bend.
Mm-hmm, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But it ain't old baseball, it ain't dad flex hat.
You ever go Fernando Rodney?
Used to when I was younger.
Did you really?
Yeah. Come on, man. You got to put it to the side, turn it to the back, flip it upside down. There was a point in time, the rapper Fabulous?
I've heard of.
Okay, I'm going to have to show you.
Yeah.
Fabulous used to have and I'll show you real fast. He used to have his hat kind of sit on his head.
Yeah.
Like you've seen that, right?
Yeah.
Sits on your head. It's kind of, I guess, percolating on the top of your scalp.
Yeah.
Man, all those different ways. You go through all these different avenues with your hat.
There's so many ways you can wear it. People try to be creative, and there's only so much you
but
can
that
do.
Flex hat stuff, no, that's like you might as well wear a visor. That's softball visor-ish. That Flex hat is terrible. That and you can't even wear it backwards. Because it don't have no shape.
I had one that somebody gave me once, and it was a nice hat for Christmas.
A Flex hat?
Well, yeah, but it would not stay on my head. It was like, rubber band. Whoop.
Right.
Pop it up.
And this how you know it. This how you know Flex hats are fraudulent. That's why you don't see baseball players. You don't even see softball players with these little weak Flex hats. They come in like 3 sizes.
Yeah.
Small, medium, large, extra large.
Yeah.
Now, I think I've seen a brand put medium large, but this ain't one size fit all. That's not it.
What is the best looking major league
hat
hat
that's
ever?
Tough.
regardless of whether
That's
it's
tough.
your beloved flex fit or what.
Well, it ain't a flex fit because it would never it would never hold the candle to a new era, so to say.
Can you think about that one? Yeah, and then we'll get your official opinion.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You must already have one in your mind.
No, I hadn't thought about it, but there's a couple that come to mind.
First one that I think most people talk about is the Pittsburgh Pirate. What do you call it? What the circular hat, the stove hat,
stovepipe or stovepipe. Yeah.
Like most people always kind of go to that because it's a little different. That's not mine, but I always say that's one of the first things.
All right. We'll get back to that. We'll figure that out. And if you got any thoughts, love to hear them too. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140.
Better not be a dad hat, Whitey.
The 49ers are favorites in every game they play this year, which I think they were last year, weren't they? There might have been, I think when the schedule came out last year, if I'm not mistaken, the Jacksonville game might have been a pick'em. But other than that, and I'm not sure about that, they were favored in every game. They're the favorites again, at least so far this year. But the 49ers, as Jay has pointed out to me here, 49ers play against a team coming off a bye 4 times this year, most in the NFL. So the 49ers this year are scheduled to play Buffalo with the Bills coming off a bye, the Chiefs with the Chiefs coming off the bye, Seattle coming off a bye, and the Cowboys.
Just not fair. Just not fair.
The Colts have the second most games versus teams coming off a bye, at 3. Last year, playing teams coming off a bye, the 49ers, they had 4. They were 2-2. Their 2 losses were to the Browns coming off the bye. Remember that game? And Cincinnati. Cincinnati just destroyed them. So what do you think? Not fair, huh?
No, it's
you
not.
Like that?
Yeah, when you look at it on paper, I truly believe the 49ers they have a brutal schedule. And what's so bananas about it, Whitey, is it's not even considered the toughest schedule in the league. But if you look at, they travel the fourth most miles. They have 4 games coming off byes, the competitor. They go to the East Coast a numerous amount of times, which is 5 times, I believe. They have 6 primetime games.
Yes.
Which means 2 Thursday night games. KC, they play 8 teams who were in the playoffs last year.
Right.
That's half your season.
That yesterday.
Yeah. You play KC again. You get Aaron Rodgers, and the Jets, Aaron Rodgers, they're going to be pumped up on opening night, which you still should handle. You got Detroit.
The Jets are, by the way, are practically, pardon me, but they're practically a primetime TV show.
I know they have 6 primetime games as well. You play the
front loaded too.
Yes, the Lions. The last week of the season that really counts. The last week they play Arizona, which is a TBA game. It's like a flex fit hat. You don't even know where it's going.
If we don't need to, we won't even play it.
Yeah, like come on, no one's gonna even play. They have a brutal schedule on paper.
Yes. By order of strength of schedule. I remember yesterday when we first looked at the schedule, I suggested, they must have one of the higher strength of schedule, toughest schedules, but I think they're 9th. The toughest, at least by strength of schedule, the Cleveland Browns, the combined winning percentage last year of the teams they play this year, 547. And just looking at the last few years, the last 7 teams to deal with that most difficult record, 2023, the Eagles, they were 11-6. They lost the wild card. 2022, the Rams, 5-12. 2021, the Steelers had the toughest schedule, 9-7-1, lost in the wild card. 2020 year, the Patriots, 7-9, missed the playoffs. 2019 Raiders, 7-9, missed the playoffs. 2018 Packers, toughest schedule, 6-9-1, missed the playoffs. 2017 Broncos, 5-11, and missed the playoffs. So the toughest schedule is a thing for the Cleveland Browns this year.
Yeah, and it really kind of boils down to Deshaun Watson. A lot of people are going to talk about because they're loaded in their defense, their front 4. They're loaded right there. Their defense is one of the best, as we seen last year when they played the 49ers, the Browns. They really whooped on the offensive line of the 49ers, and they showed and proved that they're a club to be reckoned with. I think moving forward, they're just really looking for the quarterback to kind of, take the necessary step. If Deshaun can, and I don't know if it ever will happen because he set out a year, there's been some things off the field. He's been hurt the last couple of years. But if he looks 75% of what he did in Houston, Cleveland's going to be cooking. They'll be cooking.
They were a really good team last year.
Defensively, for sure. Their running game is outstanding as well.
By the way, that's the more I think about it, the more anxious I get about the opener for the 49ers. They should handle the Jets, but the Jets are a really good defensive team. They were last year.
And their offense, they have some young studs, guys that they expect to kind of take the necessary steps.
Hot, I mean, the 49ers could have their hands full on opening night, and obviously you don't want to lose the first game of the year after you lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the one thing about the 49ers, they play Aaron Rodgers pretty well. They get up for Aaron Rodgers, and I'm just tired of seeing the matchup because I'm tired of keep smacking Aaron Rodgers left and right. But for whatever it is, they, and it might be the local ties because he's from Chico. It might be the fact that he wasn't drafted by the 49ers. I know the 49ers and Packers are normally pretty good, so they want to put those in primetime games. They've matched up against each other a few times in the playoffs as well, probably more than a few times that come to my mind. But I'm just kind of tired of playing them. Give me some fresh blood, give me something new to chew on as a shark.
If I know my KHTK history, and you may know this better than I think Aaron Rodgers used to be seriously a huge fan of this station.
Yes, he did. And he used to appear quite a bit when, with a couple of our hosts. So, he's a fan. How about that? And he probably was a fan. And I've never heard this. I'm not sure. Have you ever heard this? Is he a fan? Was he a fan of the 49ers growing up?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Big time. I believe so. Yeah. And I don't know if maybe he's not the same person he used to be, or maybe we just didn't know him that well before,
Yeah, I know.
Strange stuff. You're right, though. The 49ers are probably saying, hey, you can't beat us. Stop trying. Why do you keep coming in here?
I'm putting us on the field
again.
Yeah.
What
the schedule from your point of view, though, because I haven't heard your thoughts on it. What do you think about it?
It was a little tougher than I thought. I know there's a stretch there towards the end where they have a run of winnable games. But, yeah, with as we say, the 4 times they're playing the teams coming off the bye, and that stretch with
KC, Dallas, Seattle.
And then you got the Buffalo, Green Bay thing. The schedule makers didn't
right back in Minnesota again.
Yeah. I mean, they should be what everyone's saying, 12-5, whatever. But if you have any wobbles in there, one of those stretches because this guy's hurt or that guy's hurt, the offensive line terrifies me. And thinking about a particular member of the offensive line who just keeps coming back and coming back. If he's gone for an extended period, I don't even want to think about it, Jay. But that's what I think of this schedule. Just like, hold on, get through one more year, right?
Yeah, it does scare me.
Something about the offensive line, please.
Injuries scare me with the 49ers.
That's it.
And
that's
scattered throughout the whole team. Definitely.
Yes. When we come back, a great catch by an SF Giant begs the question, what's the most exciting play in baseball? We got to get Jay's hat answered, too. And a lot of people do not like the flex fit. We're finding that out as well here. Drive Guys rolling.
Trash hat.
Sacktown Sports.
Our first year as the radio home of the San Francisco 49ers is one we will never forget.
And here's Purdy going to throw one deep, wide for Debo. Made the catch on the back shoulder. Touchdown! San Francisco!
And a back shoulder banger for Debo Samuel.
Congratulations to the 49ers on a terrific year. And thank you for so many wonderful memories.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. A bright and sunny day for this Thursday. Expecting that onshore breeze to stay with us through the afternoon. Keeping temperatures today in the lower to mid 80s. Expect overnight lows down to the 50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we buy from ourselves. Right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. See our certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy you happiness, but money did help you buy an RV, which means an excuse from working Saturday with your insufferable coworker, Dave. So money is helping you listen to birds chirp instead of Dave chirping about how his toddler is fluent in 3 languages. And it's also why you'll be smelling pine trees in the air, not Dave's tuna melt reheating in a microwave. So save money by bundling your RV or boat insurance with home or auto from Progressive and buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable, available where fuel additives are sold.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now. Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Winter's gone, so there's no excuses for missing out on Sacramento's premier country festival, Country in the Park. It's this Friday and Saturday. Don't miss your chance to see
Bradley Gilbert, Dustin Letch, Jake Owen, Walker Hayes, Brian Kelly, Drew Baldridge, Brian Martin, Michael Ray,
Ingrid Andress, Priscilla Block,
Chase Matthew.
Tickets are only $46 per day. Buy your tickets now at CITPFest.com. That's CITPFest.com. Or take your chances at the gate. Brought to you by Junior Restaurant and Lounge, Gurnick Academy, and Fieldhouse American Sports Pub.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Appreciate you being with us today. Appreciate all the contributions and all the participation. And I don't know about you, Jay, I'm learning a lot about, hats, the different hats that are available now, baseball caps from the 916. Man, y'all killing me. You don't leave the circle sticker on anymore, only the hologram stickers, and fitted are still popping. You just got to have them dope special patch fitteds.
Agree.
And the special color ones, they hit for like $60 to $80.
Agree with that, but you got to keep your circle on. Like and it also depends on the brand too. So that was from the 916. They didn't put their name on it. I agree with 99% of that, except for the part of depending on the brand of hat is depending on the extra stickers that come on it.
Yeah.
So you keep all the stickers that you possibly can on here. That's dope. Again, the price tag got to go. The stickers, this the other part. there's stickers that also come on the underbill as well.
Yes.
I've seen people keep those on. That's a preference thing. So, that's an opinion thing when it comes to certain stickers, but you got to keep, I guess what I can agree with, you got to keep your stickers on. And I agree with wholeheartedly the patches, the extra, the trophies, all those different speciality, patches that go on. Oh yeah. Those are the cold ones. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like Brendan Nunes has an A's hat and has like a 74 World Series patch on the side. This for the hat convo, fitted, snapback, flex fitted, wear whatever looks good on you. Fair enough.
I agree, except for that flex fit. That thing is like a pair of leggings on your head, man. That thing is all.
And then there's a couple people mentioning here. I forgot about this. Don't forget about the net back cap.
Yeah,
that's the mesh back.
Yeah, those are dope. That's just part of a snapback family.
Like the convenience store ones?
Those the trucker hats.
Yeah. To me, it's like, mesh back. Oh, you don't want one of those.
Nah, man. Look, you can have a fly little John Deere or something.
You're not wearing a mesh back right now.
Mesh backs. Well, I had one on yesterday. I had a Puma one on. A black and white one, so I like the mesh backs. I like the, the neck cap joints. You could find them fitted. You can find them snapback. I'm wholeheartedly on that. I like people. I'm not a trucker hat because again, I don't like the posture. I like my hats to have the posture of a new era of a 975. That's my style. Fits my head, but I'm not opposed to trucker hats. Like trucker hats are dope.
The Angels ball cap with the CA and the halo.
Yeah, that was a cold hat. Yeah, that was a Gary D. Sarcina. Yeah, that was those hats.
I was thinking of Nolan Ryan, but obviously you're right.
Those hats were cold.
Yeah.
I like those.
Oh, hats. The CA, that goes way back. Yeah, CA, and then later they had the A. How about this for the best looking cap? Montreal Expos.
That's my pick.
Is it?
That's my pick.
Too.
Yeah, that's mine. Especially it's the blue and the red and the white just pops.
Yes.
And I love the blue. It just sticks. And it's kind of one of those hats that goes with a lot of things, and I'm not saying other ones don't, but for me, that's the one. I think if I was going to go, and let me tell you something about me when it comes to hats. You probably never noticed this. And I have a hard time sometimes. This is just me. I go against the grain. I will not wear a hat unless it's my team.
Really?
So yeah, it's got to be an A's, it's got to be a Niners, it's got to be Kings, it's got to be UT, it's got to be something like that. Now, Nike hats and Puma hats and whatever, that's fine. That's just me. So a lot of times I struggle with finding hats, an A's hat that's in blue, because most people are like, that don't even look right, but that's cool. That's what I like to do. I'm not opposed to folks.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
But I'm with all the people rocking hats to rock with your fit. Your hat rock that match your shoes. I'm with all of that. I'm just saying that's not how I get down.
The Expos cap's very retro because you got a blue bill, then you got the 4 panels, so the white in the front panel, then 2 red panels, and then a blue one in the back.
Love it.
And then the M, which is a very fancy M, which actually, did you notice, if you look at that M, there's a very little E at the end of the M for Montreal Expos.
Yes.
Very throwbackish.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other one, too, for me, and this, I saw someone on the text line say, and make sure I give them the proper, it was from the 916. It's the Griffey Jr. era fans that will always wear their hats backwards.
I get that.
Totally get it. For me, a Seattle Mariners, that dark blue and that light blue, just iconic. Because I grew up in the Griffey era. Iconic. I love that.
So is that with
hat.
the S and then like a compass?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm all for that hat. Love that hat. One of the other ones that I like, and a lot of people kind of hit or miss with this. I really like the Padres new uniforms. The pinstripes, the yellow pinstripes. I really like the brown with the friar. Like I really appreciate it. I'll take the friar over the P, or I'll take the SD over the P.
For years, they tried to kind of be the Dodgers. It's like embrace your Padre-ness.
Yes.
They finally went back to the brown and the gold, and it's like, there you go.
Yeah, I like
that. You.
I like
that.
that.
Speaking of baseball, I don't know if you saw the catch that Luis Matos had last night. 4th inning, the Giants were up on the Dodgers 2-0. Teoscar Hernandez just hit a bomb to dead center, and Luis Matos went back, and leapt at the wall and took a home run away. And it was one of the great catches you'll see. What is the most exciting play to you, Jay? And I know you play, but just watching, is it the walk-off homer? Is it the double play? Is it the inside the park home run? Is it the catch? Because we're gonna have more of this Major League Baseball nonsense around here starting next season. I think there's nothing quite like the walk-off. There's also, I don't even know if I've ever actually seen in person an inside the park home run. That is crazy.
Trying to think, have I ever seen one? I don't think so.
It's bizarre. And then triple is a very underrated, exciting play.
It is. For me, I'd probably say the home run. It's amazing. As many times as I've seen it in person. I've been up close. I've done it myself. It is amazing to see a ball fly off a bat and go 400 feet.
Well, you have a better appreciation than most of us as to how hard that is to do, too.
Yeah,
we all know
true.
it's hard, but you've actually tried to do it.
Yeah, definitely hard. The home run that always comes to my mind is Albert Pujols against Roy Oswalt, or who was that, the closer? And he hit that thing a ton.
Oh, it was like Billy Wagner.
Billy Wagner. There you go. Billy Wagner. Roy Oswalt. I was trying to think of the closer. Billy Wagner, and he hit that ball to the railroad tracks in the back of Minute Maid.
Yeah.
That was an absolute bomb.
They had to, if I remember this right, they had to fly out after that. And that was a big game, big playoff game.
That's playoffs.
And they're flying out. I guess they had to go back to St. Louis. And one of Billy Wagner's teammates says, hey, come here on the plane. Look out the window. There, you see it? That's Pujols. That's the ball. That's the ball hit off you. It's still going. So they had a laugh.
I mean, an absolute bomb. He got everything that you possibly could get in that baseball.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's amazing, especially when, the chips were on the table. Like, all the chips were inside the table. Everybody was all in. It was mano a mano. He was throwing high, smoke, and Pujols turned on that thing left center, and it just elevated. We talk about launch angle. For me, that's it. I've seen some towering home runs. Ryan Howard in AAA one time here in Sacramento. I saw him hit a ball to left center. And if you picture Rayleigh Field, Sutter Health Park now, if you picture the dugouts, the clubhouse, left center, left field, and you look above that, there's like a slight hill the way it goes up. And I mean, it was clear over that.
Did you see the ball Ohtani hit this week?
Yes, I did.
Where it was like in Barry Bonds country?
Yes,
it almost hit the water, and it was to right center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To me, I always appreciate the defensive plays because I know how hard they are as anyone who's played, anything, softball, whatever. But to me, the catch that Matos made last night, Jay, that's a nice catch. But you run, you see it. It's just a matter of, am I going to catch it before the wall hits?
Sure.
To me, playing infield is infinitely harder than playing outfield. Guys make great catches in the outfield. It's like, okay, that's a really nice catch, but you run, you see the ball, you dive, you catch it. In the infield, I mean, the ball could kill you at any moment. Some of those balls that are hit on the ground hard.
Yeah.
You got guys flopping, then you got to make the throw. Those are the plays, the really difficult infield plays on smashes where you got to get up and make a throw. To me, those are the most exciting plays.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, you speak it to an infielder, playing in, look, I'm biased. Playing infield is definitely harder than playing outfield in my mind.
Yes.
There's a few times, and we bring up Griffey, when he climbed the wall and went and got some of those balls, but he literally climbed the wall. That's amazing too. Jumping up, robbing somebody who's going to hit a wall scraper. It's hard. Don't get me twisted. It's definitely hard.
Yeah, it's
easier.
Yes,
it is easier than a ground ball. The other thing too is, especially as an infielder, I like the sheer beauty of someone and people's different styles of catching a ground ball. I'm a baseball head, so I understand why I like that. I understand why other people who watch that doesn't mean nothing. But because I've played it, and to see the rotation, left, right, left, 1, 2, 3, like all and I could explain that, but to see it and how it looks just so perfect sometimes, it's like, man, that player has caught thousands of ground balls, and for a hot smash, and they just pick it up just so like it's smoothly. Nothing.
I know
very
what you mean.
Smooth.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's like an art. It's like a ballerina.
It is
in a certain way. I love
like
to see that too.
If somebody was shooting baseballs at her while she's dancing, he or she. The first time, I think it might have been Rico Petrocelli going way back.
Oh, that's
the first time I saw like
the name
a guy
before me.
field the ball and then flip it with his glove. I couldn't believe it and now guys do that all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did you even think of that?
Brandon Phillips was great at that. Former second baseman for the Reds. He was great at that. I think he had 4 or 5 Gold Gloves. He was especially that flip with that glove underhand.
Yeah.
That catch it with the glove. Don't put the second hand on top and flip it one. Oh man. Now that's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. That's very well said, I think. By the way, we have a kingly case of mistaken identity when we come right back. Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Overnight lows will drop down into the low 50s. Tomorrow, beautiful day. Look for sunshine with highs in the mid-80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA 3 app.
This Memorial Day, the Roseville Auto Mall invites you to experience the thrill of saving like never before. 17 dealerships and thousands of vehicles all in one location. The giant Memorial Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall at the intersection of savings and satisfaction.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how an injury can turn anyone's life upside down. Whether it's a slip and fall, a car accident, or any other kind of injury. For almost 50 years, the Arnold Law Firm has been here to help you through the entire process to protect you and your family. If you are ever injured or in an accident, call the Arnold Law Firm. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777. That's 916-777-7777.
Capital Casino has been serving the greater Sacramento area in the same convenient downtown location for over 20 years, with plenty of close-by, well-lit parking monitored by security staff and offering the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Best food, best service, and the best action. That's Capital Casino. For more information on tournaments and gaming, check out their website at capital-casino.com. And please remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
My father was a career United States Air Force pilot, and Memorial Day is a reminder of all he and so many others did for our country. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Right now at the annual Memorial Day sale, everything in the store is on sale. Everything. You'll save 10 to 25% on all living rooms, to sofas, to sectionals, to dining rooms, to bedrooms, to home offices, and so much more. Everything is on sale right now at Naturewood Home Furnishings Memorial Day sale. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, brighten up your bedroom, or tighten up your home office, it's all available for you at savings from 10 to 25% at Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop the area's best selection of quality furniture at Naturewood Home Furnishing, off Highway 50 in Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Vapes and cigarettes are responsible for the excessive amount of secondhand smoke in California.
From our sidewalks to our parks, restaurants, offices, and work sites, over half of Californians are at risk of being exposed to thousands of toxic chemicals.
Go to secondhanddangers.org for an action plan to protect yourself and your family from toxic harm that could last a lifetime.
Because even outdoors, there's no such thing as safe secondhand smoke.
Sponsored by Breathe California, Sacramento region.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here from my fine friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now, if you're a small business owner, check out their selection of rugged Mercedes work vans in stock at their Mercedes Commercial Van Sales and Service Center right next to the dealership. Mercedes-Benz vans will haul anything that you can put in them, and your crew members will love driving them. And choosing a Mercedes Sprinter van for work can qualify you for very generous tax breaks. Sprinters are available at rates as low as 4.9% APR plus customer bonus cash incentives. The team at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is incredible. I got my EQS from them, and I tell everybody I know that if you're going to roll in a Mercedes-Benz, get it from my friends in Stockton. It's just a short drive right off the 5, a half hour from Sac, right at the 8 Mile Road exit, or online at mbofstockton.com. That's anytime at mbofstockton.com.
Do you hear that? That's your air conditioner working overtime this summer. But it's not just the temperature that's rising, so is your electric bill. Stop paying sky-high rates for your electricity with a solar electric system from Aztec Solar. Finally, you can calculate your monthly savings when you go solar without sitting through a 2-hour in-home sales pitch. Visit yourpowersavings.com and Aztec Solar will text you how much you'll save each month by going solar. Since 1980, Aztec Solar has helped thousands of homeowners with solar pool heating, solar electricity, and backup energy storage. Going solar is like getting an extra paycheck every month. How much will your paycheck be? Find out at yourpowersavings.com. Yourpowersavings.com. Looking for a deal today? Now you can own a solar electric system for just $99.95 cash offer after incentives. Act now. This offer expires soon. Aztec Solar. Solar and only solar since
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
How about this, Jay? From the 209, Bo Jackson running up the wall after he caught the ball, or him hosing Harold Reynolds at home plate. Bo Jackson was unbelievable.
Oh, absolutely. Bo was the man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Mm-hmm. Running up the wall is something that is hard to do.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that. I've tried it. I've tried it in practice.
It's amazing as difficult as that is, the two-sport athlete. You know, Tawny, what he does is it was thought to be impossible. And there was an era there. You had Bo Jackson. You had Dion. You had people forget, but Brian Jordan. Yeah. And they didn't just play both. They were good at both.
We got to get Brian Jordan on.
Yeah.
It's one of my guys. I used to have him on quite a bit. He was doing a lot of minor league stuff for the Braves at one point in time, you know, as their analyst in AAA. And he was kind of flexed in with Ron Gant.
Because you were in the ATL for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so
he also wasn't the Falcons his football team?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a Falcon as well. Yeah. So he great guy. He does a lot of stuff giving back to the community. He has written children's books. Like just a great all-around guy. I get excited for the summer because it allows me to bring friends on. It allows me to bring on people that you normally probably wouldn't hear in Sacramento because they don't have ties to the Kings or they don't have ties to the 49ers and they work in their market, you know, but during the summer we could tell stories. We could catch up with people. And so I like guys like Brian Jordan. We'll get him on.
I know everyone knows Deion Sanders and now an outstanding coach, but he was briefly an excellent baseball player. And if he had decided, I'm going to do that, he'd have been a great freaking baseball player.
Absolutely. You have ever heard Deion say the hardest thing to do in sports? Hit a baseball.
Yeah.
Hit a baseball. He's like, man, when something's coming at you 96, 97 miles per hour, and then it's got a little wrinkle to it or a lot of wrinkle to it, or it's breaking, as I always say, it looks like it's coming right at you, and then it breaks the other way. Like that's, man, it's so hard sometimes. He says hit a baseball.
But he was pretty good at it.
He was.
Especially for someone for whom it was kind of part-time. He was excellent.
Yeah. He could run.
Yeah.
Gifted, talented, you know, slap and move.
I know Imran's going to come along in just a moment here.
Okay.
We'll catch up on what's going on this
and
weekend.
As I look behind me, I don't think Imran didn't have anything.
Really?
I didn't see a bag. I didn't see a ball coming out of a bag. I didn't see, you got your Sammy Sosa ball over there?
Yeah. And I mentioned to him, I brought some in, and he goes, free appraisal time. Like, dude, I'm trying to help segment, and he thinks I'm trying to take advantage of him.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? We're gonna have to check him about this, man. Coming on the drive, guys. Yeah. And he don't even want to bring a card for me to look at. Don't want to bring a new Bowman that's supposedly hot.
I know.
You know, the Bowman is flying off the shelf according to the True Sports cards. You know, shop over in Roseville, but I don't see no box here.
I don't see any either.
Where is a Bowman box when you need it?
Not here, Jay. Not here.
Man, a prism.
I think even if you have little interest in cards or collecting and you're a Kings fan, I think this is very funny. I saw this yesterday. Somebody tweeted this. Do you remember the last game of the year when the Kings were playing Portland and Delano Banton, he got into it. He had a terrible game. He was like 0 for 15 on threes. He got thrown out of the game because he got into it late with Chris Duarte. And he was banging with Duarte, banging with Duarte. Duarte left the game. Colby Jones came in, and Colby Jones is minding his own business. And Banton just clocks him from behind. And then Banton gets thrown out of the game. And a lot of us wondered, I think he thought that was Duarte. I think he got him mixed up. And if he did, he's not the only one doing that, because there just is a new line of cards coming out from Panini, basketball cards, and they got a bunch of these Colby Jones cards. And someone noticed that it's like a number of them, a lot of them. It's like, that's not Colby Jones. It's Chris Duarte. Because, and it's clearly Chris Duarte. But there's a whole bunch of them. Somebody in there, somebody got them mixed up. Now, people wonder, is that worth something? We'll talk to Imran. If they don't fix it, it's probably not worth anything. And, neither one of those guys is a big star. But, I mean, they miss on not like one card, a bunch of different cards with the wrong guy on.
Yeah, who's not doing their homework over there, Panini? Who's not doing their homework?
I mean, it's easy to make the mistake, but I would think it'd be just as easy to notice the mistake and fix it rather than print thousands and thousands of cards of the wrong person.
But wouldn't you triple check? Like if I'm creating, I'm triple checking this guy's identity. I'm triple checking that all people don't look the same. Like Chris Duarte is rocking braids half the time. Colby Jones has got an afro. Like it's not even close.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I know sometimes it's easy, when one of them comes into the game. No, it's actually Colby. But yeah, when you're actually at your job, is make sure you have the right person on the card. I got nothing for you, Jay.
Kings disrespect yet again.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna blame it on the Kings
East
disrespect.
Coast bias.
It is.
It again.
It is. I don't even know where cards are made. Where's Panini based out of? Do you know?
I think Texas, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, leave it up to them to mess it up. Colby Jones versus Chris Duarte. This is a question for you. Would you want to collect that card?
No, some people really love all the oddities.
Okay.
And what do they call misprints and error cards. And
you don't care.
Not really.
You're out.
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't really interest me.
Doesn't do anything for the
I think
household.
I've mentioned I have a card that has Marvin Bagley on the front, and in the back it says Vince Carter.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh well.
Players mess up too.
When we come right back, everyone's going to join us, and we'll find out if the item I brought in today, real or fake. Maybe you've got one of these at home as well. It's next with the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Can Mike Brown build on last season's Coach of the Year award? Can the Kings exceed 48 wins?
We will be better prepared to make the run that we expect to run come next playoff.
Tune into every Kings game this season on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
So here's a fact. 85% of the population will suffer from foot pain in their lifetime. That's almost everyone. So you'd think there'd be plenty of healthy long-term remedies, but there just aren't, right? Hi, I'm Dan from the Good Feet store. You know, people come in all the time sharing the same frustrating story. Bought this, tried that, been there, done whatever, all different kinds of things, but all with a similar result. Nothing. A discouraging and endless cycle of disappointment. If this rings a bell, don't despair. There is hope. If you think you've tried everything, you probably haven't tried Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store. They're designed to relieve, even eliminate, the pain commonly caused by certain foot conditions like plantar fasciitis, bunions, flat feet, and others. Plus, provide better balance and increased comfort.
Do you have sore feet, an aching back, or plantar fasciitis? Then get to the Good Feet store nearest you for your free arch support fitting. Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy. Now, I've told you this before, but this is what we call extending a good deal. Right now, American Energy Heat and Air is offering an HVAC diagnostic for $99. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Never mind. They're offering it free. It's a $99 value, but you get it for $0. Let the American Energy team test your system connections and all the moving parts of that system to ensure that it's functioning properly. Now, this is a limited time offer. Call today to schedule your appointment at 916-520-9990. Speak to the company that has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau that's been making the greater Sacramento area proud since 1981. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Kevin Lewis with National Garage Door, reminding you that in Sacramento, National Garage Door is the king of garage doors. We service, sell, and install garage doors and openers. Call us today for your basketball special. A new 16x7 Rainer garage door with insulation and a belt drive opener for only $24.49 installed. Give us a call today, 916-638-4554.
638-4554 National Garage Door.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. And right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection. See our exceptional selection of Elk Grove Honda certified pre-owned Hondas with interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip, a brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sacktown Sports.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Hey, Drive Guy's back with you. The good news is he's here from True Sports Cards, Imran Pilati. The bad news is I brought something in to show him, and I'm almost certain it's fake. But we'll find out. We got Jay and Whitey today. Drape's back with us tomorrow. And tomorrow, Imran, I guess we'll be out with you at the Sacramento Autograph and Sports Card Expo. You must be thrilled that we're going to be out there.
Look at my face right now. Okay. Look at my face, radio guests and audience.
Uh-huh.
Here's the fun part about it. Putting this thing in an event when it's going is amazing. It's the months leading up to it that makes you just tear your hair out.
Yeah.
Truly. And this is Expo Eve. And you wouldn't believe what's in store for me for the next 12 hours before we launch the show tomorrow, which starts at 3 p.m. if I believe the Drive guys will be there on site. You, Kyle, Jay will be out there.
Yeah.
And the team will be doing the show. What are you, 2 to 6, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's going to be right in the heart of the show. We're opening the doors at 3:00. You could go to sacautographexpo.com to get your tickets now, or you can come to the door tomorrow night. We're going to have Kevin Mitchell signing autographs 5 to 6 p.m. Just $20 for an autograph with Kevin Mitchell.
Whoa, that's practically free.
It's practically free.
The
with
1989 National League Most Valuable Player.
It's $20 away from being free.
Uh-huh.
So we got that.
Is he signing everything and anything?
He will
for
sign
$20.
He will sign as many items once for $20. So if you will have 5 items, $20 times 5. He's not going to sign 40 items for $20.
So $20 per item.
Per item is what it is. I had somebody on the chat on our website go, if I pay for one ticket, do you think that I could sneak in 4 items for him to sign? I go, I think he's kind of going to know that he's going to sign 4 items. I think he's going to know that. So, but yeah,
just put 4 things together and tell them to press really hard.
Carbon copy is like an old credit card machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got that set up. That's going to go 3 to 7 tomorrow. And then Saturday, 9 to 6 with an entire lineup of just insane lineup. We're starting with Frank Thomas at 10 a.m. We've got Vlad Guerrero Sr. We've got Johnny Manziel.
You missed Ricky.
Ricky. Oh, nobody misses Ricky. Ricky don't miss Ricky.
Right.
So we've got Randy Johnson. You're going in chronological order. I'm just throwing off the top of my head, but we've got Johnny Manziel. We've got Frank,
big unit.
Big unit. Randy Johnson.
Dave Henderson.
Oh, I wish we had Dave Henderson. Rest in peace.
Dave Stewart.
Yeah. We got Dave Stewart. We got Malik Monk, and and I said Rodman. Maybe I did mention Rodman. By the way, number 1 seller of pre-sale tickets, Dennis Rodman. Number 2, who do you think it is?
Johnny Manziel.
That's correct.
Come on,
I
baby.
thought for sure it was
Sign me up, True Sports Card
I thought
expert.
I thought it was going to be Monk.
That's what I was going to say.
Here's what I do believe. I believe people are very, very nervous about Monk's pending free agency, and they want. If Monk was signed, I think he'd be the number 1 guy. He sold through 200 autographs last year, very easily. He was not only the biggest seller, he was just so fantastic with the fans. He's amazing. And I just, Saturday at 3 p.m., whether you get an autograph or not, come out in droves to support Malik. Let's get him to feel that Sacramento Kings love, because we want to re-sign this guy.
Let's go, Sacramento.
Yeah, let's go. Whose voice is that?
Mark Spears.
Oh, Mark Spears. Let go, Sacramento. Yeah, so
Sacramento, where you at?
Malik likes it when I call him King of the Kings. He always says, I like that.
Malik means king.
Yes.
So we have that. And then on Sunday, we have John Taylor. And John Taylor's autograph is included with a 3-day pass that's just $30. So you're getting John Taylor. We have Tom Rathman. And of course, we mentioned last week, Michael Cooper. Coop is going to be there for his very first autograph signing since he got into the Hall of Fame earlier this year. So stack lineup. Don't forget, there's 90 sports card dealer tables available. We'll be having merch there. So if you have somebody that you want to get an autograph from, but you don't have anything to sign, we are selling baseballs and bats and jerseys and mini helmets. So there's always something there for it. So we're all there. Drive guys are going to be there. Like, how can it go wrong? This is going to be incredible.
It's going to be great.
Is there a Kevin Mitchell jersey for purchase?
There is. We got Kevin Mitchell jerseys for purchase. That's right.
How many, this isn't really my business, but how many jerseys did you have to give Jay to get him to come out?
Listen, I'm still paying him. I'm still paying him in jerseys. In fact, he took my keys to leave today. He has the keys in my car and goes, the only way you're getting your keys back, brother, is 3 more Jason Williams jerseys. I'm just curious. How many people can wear Jason Williams jerseys in your clan? Because you've got so many people.
I know
that you're handing out jerseys.
They're white chocolate fans, man. I have no idea how all of a sudden. Well, let me say this. Don't flip it on me. Let me put it on you, because once you came on the show and announced that you had Jay Will jerseys and Jay Will picks, and that you were going toe to toe, you were letting some things go. People bombarded me. It was like, wait a minute, Jay Will jerseys? He's got them on hand. He's not going to be there. He's already got them, already in the back of the storage. And you're like, yes. Everybody started texting me. Not only did it a few favors for a couple of people. It seemed like a lot. Real quick though, Imran, someone from the 916, I've got my ticket for a Randy Johnson autograph on Saturday, assuming he will not sign a picture of him blowing up the bird. I remember you saying something about that.
The bird photo. It's a very interesting.
The bird won't be signing anything.
Yes. For those of you that are too young to know, Randy Johnson did a 1 in a, I think the number is kajillion activity here. He threw a pitch, and somehow, some way, a bird flew in the
spring training. It was like a pigeon or something.
Flew in the middle of the way for the ball to the plate, and just obliterated the bird. One of the most famous video clips ever in baseball history. And I think when you have that 1 in a million chance, 1 in a billion chance of something happening, you don't want to be known for that kind of stuff, even though it's brought up a bunch of times. And it's so funny. I'm in studio here with Whitey and Jay, but my friend Jamie Bly is here with us. He's an agent that represents athletes from around the country. He flew in from New York last night. He happens to be here. And we talk about how funny it is with these different fans that come and meet the players because they get so nervous around them. And they'll say, hey, Randy, but I know this is the only time I'm going to get to talk to you, but do you remember that time where you hit the bird with the ball? You remember that time? And he goes, yep. Oh yeah, that was cool. That was so cool. And it's cute, right? It's cute. You see a 40
is he signing them or not?
The answer is no.
Oh, my goodness.
I was trying to avoid that question.
Is there a reason why? Do you know the reason why?
I think it's just one of those things where he just doesn't want to be associated with it. Yeah, okay. I mean, Jamie, I could ask off air. But
I would guess there's some people that think he'd be glorifying the harm to an animal, and he doesn't want to. It's like no, I don't want to have it. I don't want to have anything to do with that.
Right. Yeah, and he's a sweet guy. I've seen people though take like little something that they would have him sign, like a plate or a copper plate or something, and then they'll affix it to something that has the bird on there or whatever.
Put a feather on it. When he said a feather.
Sign a feather. Yeah, this is what we do here.
Big M, is there anything that someone like myself, who's kind of more of a novice when it comes to the card game, collectibles, is there anything that I should know when I come to a show like the great event that you're throwing this weekend? Like, what should I expect? What should I get in line for? Give me some tips and tricks of what I should be looking for this weekend.
So whenever you're actually going to an autograph event, the couple things that you want to do is, when you buy the ticket and you're ready to go and you're called and you're standing in line, get your item ready. You wouldn't believe how many times we have people still in the plastic bag holding their helmet or whatever, and they're so excited to meet the player, and they're holding this bag or this ball that's still in the wrapping.
And you get nervous and you're starting to fumble it.
Right, and the player's like looking at you like you've been literally in line for an hour. You didn't decide to unbag this thing. So be ready to go. Choose the pen that you want the item to be signed in. Have it ready to go. Usually the athletes,
it works.
Usually,
do you have to bring your own?
No, not necessarily, but we have the pens ready to go. But you might go, hey, I want this in fuchsia. Well, do you have a fuchsia pen? Well, no. Oh, okay. Well, then it ain't getting signed in fuchsia. I can tell you that much. So bring a specialty pen with you if that's something that you want, and then know where you want it to be signed. So many guys will walk up to the player and say, hey, Randy, can you sign this? Sure. Where would you like me to sign it? I don't care, anywhere. Then he'll sign it on the bottom of the helmet, and then they complain that, well, I didn't want him to sign it there. Well, he did ask you. Right. So be ready to go with where you want it, specifically where you want. And if you're there and you're meeting a player like a Randy Johnson or Ricky Henderson, it might be in your best interest to add an inscription. Pay for that additional thing that sets your item apart, with stolen base champ or, 300th win game with the Giants, anything like that would make your piece unique, more so than just the autograph.
Hey, I got a question along those lines. The Dwight Clark Legacy Series is tonight in San Jose. We've been talking about that. We've been promoting it. We had Alden Smith on. We had Jeff Garcia on. Anyway, I have a picture of Dwight Clark from years ago, and this is just a copy of it. He signed something to my wife, and he did stuff at the radio station where I worked. And I don't want to sell that, but if I do, he didn't sign because he knew us a little bit.
Sure.
He didn't sign it Dwight Clark. He signed it Dwight. To my wife, he said Dwight. Right. Now, if I wanted to sign it, that's not worth anything, right? Because he didn't sign his whole name.
If you wanted to sell it?
Yeah, which I don't.
Okay. So we're talking hypotheticals for no reason, but we'll do it.
Well, I mean, my point is, if someone they don't put their whole name, if it's Dwight, it's not a Dwight Clark autograph, right?
It's interesting because, side note, I asked you for an autograph, and you just put your first name on there. So
bad job by you.
You know what would have been funny? You go, hey, you forgot your last name. Can you finish this out, please? He was personalizing in the sense of like we're friends.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like we're more than just somebody that you met,
right.
and you paid it at an autograph signing.
Right.
I think those items are, in my opinion, priceless. And you not only do you not want to sell it, but I, as somebody that you would come to and say, hey, Emran, would you want to buy this? I'd say absolutely not, because this means more to you.
Yes.
50 times more than what it could ever mean to another collector.
Right.
So stuff like that is very unique. When you see letters that are sold from Marilyn Monroe or, James Dean, and you see these things that say, all my best James, all my best Marilyn, like those are unique. They give you chills to think about that.
Yeah.
So
honestly, believe me, I would feel like a creep. I was like, hey, you want to buy this picture? But I just thought that was curious. Like, it's probably, even if I wanted to, because he just wrote his first name.
It's something special. And I'm not going to disclose what it says on there, but
it's okay. I posted it today on Twitter.
Okay. Well, then, well, if I talked about it on my show, 8 people would know. But what I'm getting at is that those special type of letters or messages, and they mean a lot. And I'll tell you that every time that I do an autograph signing, I usually have a 16x20, and I ask the player at the end of it, because I hope that it's a really great experience. Can you do me a favor? Here's how you spell my name. Here's my wife, Jessica. Here's my baby, Beckett. Can you just write out to us and then write whatever you want? Well, what do you want me to say? Whatever you want. Just write it and then sign the bottom of it. And almost always they'll say, this was a great time. We've had an enjoyable, I really enjoy this. I hope we do it again, or whatever they write. And then they will sign their name, but only their first name, just like that.
Yeah.
When we had Raleigh Fingers, Raleigh, right? He would only write Raleigh. And those are really cool because it's such a unique and different scenario than the thousands you may see on eBay.
It's not a business transaction.
Doesn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Although financially it feels that way for me.
Yeah. Can I ask you about this ball?
You can.
We were talking last time you were in, people were sharing stuff they have around the house. And I think this is really interesting because years ago, unfortunately, I may have mentioned this, but I brought it into the show. Years ago, a member of my family unfortunately passed away. Somebody who was a big baseball fan, was very close to. And so his family, immediate family, they gave me some of the things in his collection. That was one of the items. And it had the certificate of authentication. And when I started looking up,
can I see that, by the way, while you're talking?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead.
And I came to realize, based on what I found, that is almost certainly, almost 100% certainly a fake.
What?
It's not even.
What percent do you believe this is fake?
From what I've read, I believe it's not a real.
Give me the percentage that you believe it's fake.
100%.
Okay, I was going to close the gap and make sure that you were confirmed that it's 100% fake.
Yeah.
It is 100% fake.
Yes.
Now, the question is, why Emran at 46 years old gives you the authority to say that this is fake? Number one, this came during a time. What I'm looking at, for those of you that are not watching on YouTube right now, I'm looking at a signed National League Baseball by what appears to be a Sammy Sosa autograph.
Yes, and I know it was purchased in September 1998. So at the height of the McGuire Sosa
home run
fervor.
chase.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It was crazy at that time. So number one, it looks nothing like the common Sammy Sosa autograph. So this is something that somebody's excited about selling to and buying in 1998. They were excited about it. Looks like Sammy Sosa. There's several things about it. The number one thing, Sammy Sosa signs very, very wide and thin, almost like if you were to watch like a heartbeat on a monitor. That's kind of how he signs.
Oh, okay.
So this is too loopy. It doesn't even match. Number two, the authentication, it doesn't matter. For those of you that are novices, it doesn't matter that this is a piece of paper with a number on it. It's only as good as the company that's behind it.
Right.
I've been in the autograph game for most of my adult life. I've never heard of this company before, and I won't out them right now. I've never heard of these guys before. So it doesn't mean that it's fake. I mean, this is fake, but it doesn't mean that the authentication by some no-name company means anything.
Yeah, that's an important point.
You have to have
because there's a certificate doesn't mean anything.
Correct. And at our store, we only put on items for sale after they've been authenticated by one of 5 companies. The 5 companies that we choose are JSA, PSA DNA, Beckett, Steiner, or Fanatics. Those are the 4, and TriStar is another one, 6. So those are the ones that we trust and we know pretty well. Otherwise, we'd have to do a third-party authentication through one of those companies before I ever put it for sale.
So. My first clue that this wasn't anything authentic is when I read the certificate. It says, after a cursory review of the signature on the item to which the certificate refers, cursory means like you just, it It is our opinion the signatures fall within the parameters of our established exemplars. So it doesn't even say
Fugazi language, right?
Listen. I think I fell asleep, and I'm watching you reading that. Like,
no, but it sounds official. But if you really read it, it's like they're not saying anything.
Man.
We glanced at it, and we're okay
a lot
with
of fluff.
Yeah,
I kind of think it's real. Who thinks it's real? Me? Like, it's not anything.
Wasn't this part of that big forgery ring? And
correct. There was a thing that happened right around the late 90s called Operation Bullpen. And there's actually a really great documentary about it. There's a guy, his first name escapes me, but his last name is Marino. Not any relation to Dan. Jamie, do you remember what it was? Yeah, something. I don't want to claim somebody that's not his real name, but the last name was Marino. Greg Marino, very well known forger. He could do a Mickey Mantle in front of you, and you're like, that's gonna pass.
So you don't think he did this one, huh?
He's this fake is too poorly faked. But I will tell you that Operation Bullpen, FBI worked with both McGuire and Sosa during that time, and we're like, hey guys, there's a lot of forgeries coming out. Do you mind working with us to make sure that we maintain that you truly are signing stuff? And the stuff that would happen was wild. Listen to this story. So let's say McGuire hit home run number 51 as an example. Within a day, 24 hours to 48 hours after, there'd be Sports Illustrated signed, I'm using air quotes on radio, signed by McGuire that said home run number 51, 460 feet, right, as an inscription.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd go to McGuire and say, this? He goes, I've been eating dinner with my family. There's no way I could have done it. I was definitely at home after the game. And they would just stamp that all as knowing that was fake. So they were trying to find out who was doing all this. Operation Bullpen was one of the most amazing sting operations that's ever been put together by the FBI. And it's very, very well known of how many fakes were going through there.
According to Wiki, Operation Bullpen, FBI investigation into forged celebrity autographs and sports memorabilia ran from 99 through 2006. Investigation uncovered $100 million worth of fraud that occurred in the United States.
I'm shocked that it was that little.
Wow.
And that's why we have to make sure that when you're buying and selling, you're buying from reputable companies, and that you have third-party authentication companies that really mean something behind their name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Gregory Marino. It was just
Gregory Marino.
Yeah, Gregory Marino.
He was the forger?
Yes.
Master forger.
And he was very open about it after the fact. I think he went to jail for some time or whatever, but then they did a documentary and he was showing him, this is what I did. Here's how I did it. I'll show you an example. He said, who do you want? He'd be like, Whitey, who do you want to me to sign? Mickey Mantle. And he'd take the pen and show you right there how he did it. And he goes, what do you think? And it was legitimately, wow, these are amazing forgeries that he's doing live in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, anybody that says, well, who do you want? I want so-and-so. Okay, I'll be right back. It's in my garage. And then they come back with a Joe DiMaggio. Yeah, it's probably a fake.
How about this real quick, Emran? And I mean to cut you off, White, because I saw you were getting ready to percolate something.
He was going to have me appraise something else.
Yeah, he was percolating. But bringing it back to the True Sports Card event this weekend. Now, listen, we're not looking for any specials or anything, but is there anything that you have not revealed yet that you might have up your sleeve this weekend?
It's all about experiences. And I will tell you that as a young boy who lost his parents both by the age of 11, there's nothing that makes me happier than watching little kids get excited about sports, because it's what carried me through my childhood after loss. And owning a shop and watching parents and their children come in and open and pack together and enjoy that. Like, there's nothing more exciting for me as a business owner. On top of that, there's nothing more exciting than watching a young boy or a young girl get a prize or a special card or some sort of Jason Williams jersey because they kept asking for it. Because they kept asking for it over and over again, no matter how many times you said, I promise I'll get them to you. When they get something that they weren't expecting, it's the most amazing thing. So if there's an opportunity to where I see a kid in the crowd and I'm looking at them and they're all swagged out with the Kings gear and they're saying, well, I would love to meet Malik, but there's just not an opportunity or whatever, I'm very likely to pick somebody out of the crowd and just go, come on over, let's go meet Malik together. Come on over, let's go meet, Ricky Henderson together. And I will cover that. That's because cool. I can't say, wave your hand at me and I'll do it, but it's just those moments where it's not expected. And there are times I told the story a couple weeks ago about Dave Henderson and my dad bringing me to meet him for the first time. That was my first autograph. I'm 46 years old. I still think about that experience at 9 years old. And we can create that this weekend. There's moments that are going to be created that these young men and young women are going to remember for the rest of their life. And the fact that I'm able to be a small part of this is incredible. So yeah, Jay, there's going to be moments like that this weekend. And I want to make sure that we have lots of them, as many as we can. Yeah. And here's the deal. Once again, tomorrow, 3 to 7, $10 admission, Saturday 9 to 6, $15 admission, Sunday 9 to 5, $10 admission. But for the entire weekend, if you want the entire weekend, that's $30, and you would save $5 off. Save $5, and you're getting John Taylor's autograph on Sunday for free. And tomorrow 5 to 6, Kevin Mitchell. The show gets going at 3, and I know there's going to be dealers and guys with cards everywhere, right? That's right. Yeah. And I'll tell you what. There'll probably be a Sammy Sosa baseball available for purchase if you'd like, with an authentication. I'm gonna take that with me and go like this. Hey, listen, what would you give me for this? It's 100% fake.
Isn't trade night after Saturday night? Aren't you guys doing trade night Saturday?
Yeah, trade night directly.
Come on now.
Right after. Jake, you're
intertwined in the game.
You
baby.
are the perfect setup. You know, the Kings need an assist man like you.
You ain't lying.
Yes.
For real. Who needs a 13th pick in the draft when they got Jay ready to dish off some assists? 6 o'clock trade night, 6 to 9. It's going to be lit. We've got, that's what the kids say. It's going to be lit. That's how you talk. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. And we have trade night. We're going to be giving away stuff like Zion slab cases. We're going to be giving away free cards, wax boxes, etc. It's going to be held by some of our team members. Big Brother Cards, Stone Chase the Bag, Candlestick Sports, and True Sports Cards. We're all having that. It's going to be a great time. I do not need to talk about it anymore. You guys just need to go to the website, sacautographexpo.com, pick up your tickets, and be there starting tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Need to ask you one more thing. There are rumors that you're going to have a very special MC Saturday. So are these true? Or
did he text you already? Kyle Draper will be in the house. He's going to be interviewing people in the crowd. So we're going to be recording these interactions between the man, Kyle Draper. He'll be out there asking questions. And I'll tell you what he will be asking me for. Hey, you got an Anthony Edwards jersey? This guy's been asking me for an Anthony Edwards jersey for months now. So I'm hoping that y'all come out. Yeah, Saturday. And I have a feeling you might be shopping and doing some stuff yourself there, Whitey, on Saturday.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm going to dress up like a little kid, so maybe I can meet Malik Monk.
Is that Kyle? Excuse me. Is that Whitey Gleason over there?
He's wearing a fit hat.
I wish I could be Malik Monk. He's wearing a sideways Kings hat and a Malik Monk jersey with wristbands and headbands. What's going on over there?
Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Get some rest, huh?
Hey, we got to plug you in. We're going to have the show live from the event center at the grounds at the Placer County Fairgrounds here in Roseville. It's going to be an exciting time.
Go ahead and keep that, Sammy Sosa. You've given me a few things. We're even.
Listen,
go play kit.
I'll take two guaranteed real Malik Monk jerseys for this fake Sammy Sosa baseball.
But I need the case back. All right, when we come back, Minnesota or Denver advancing, which would be better for the NBA? We'll see you tomorrow out there too at what's the name of it? I want to make sure I get
at the grounds.
Placer.
Grounds. Sacramento Autograph and Sports Card Expo. Drive Guys right back. Sacktown Sports.
This report is sponsored by Xfinity Sports Zone. Fans can personalize their live sports viewing experience by watching multiple games at once and easily finding their favorite team and stats.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
Welcome to the May Springtime Sales Event at Kia of Vacaville, where we're celebrating the arrival of a new season with unbeatable lease options on our 2024 lineup. As May blossoms with possibilities, it's the perfect time to immerse yourself in the exhilarating world of Kia, highlighted by the luxurious and versatile Kia Telluride. Throughout the May Springtime Sales Event, Kia of Vacaville is thrilled to showcase our top models with irresistible lease offers. Experience the thrill of driving the all-new Kia Sportage, seamlessly blending captivating design with dynamic performance. performance. Dive into the impressive fuel efficiency of the Kia Niro, a hybrid marvel designed to extend your adventures. Embrace the essence of spring with our eco-friendly Kia hybrid options, specifically tailored for those who prioritize efficiency without compromising on style. With the EV9 in stock, Kia Vacaville stands as your premier destination for electric excitement. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit Kia Vacaville for more details.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Overnight lows will drop down into the low 50s. Tomorrow, beautiful day. Look for sunshine with highs in the mid 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA 3 app.
This Memorial Day, the Roseville Auto Mall invites you to experience the thrill of saving like never before. 17 dealerships and thousands of vehicles all in one location. The giant Memorial Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall at the intersection of savings and satisfaction.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Febreze. So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la. Winter's gone, so there's no excuses for missing out on Sacramento's premier country festival, Country in the Park. It's this Friday and Saturday. Don't miss your chance to see
Bradley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jake Owen, Walker Hayes, Brian Kelly, Drew Baldridge, Brian Martin, Michael Ray,
Ingrid Andress, Priscilla Block,
Chase Matthew.
Tickets are only $46 per day. Buy your tickets now at CITPfest.com. That's CITPfest.com. Or take your chances at the gate. Brought to you by Junior Restaurant and Lounge, Gurnick Academy, and Fieldhouse American Sports Pub.
Hi, everyone. It's Emron Pilati, host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday at 10 a.m. Would you like a chance to meet Ricky Henderson, Dennis Rodman, Johnny Manziel, Randy Johnson, Frank Thomas, Vlad Guerrero Sr., Dave Stewart, and our favorite Malik Monk, and meet over 90 sports card dealers all in one weekend? This is your chance to do it on May 17th through the 19th at the Roseville Fairgrounds at the Sacramento Autograph Expo. You can get all the information about the show on our website at sacautograph.expo.com. That's sacautograph.expo.com.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Sacramento sports fans, get ready to amp up your summer with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. We've got a lineup that's awesome. First up on May 24th, don't miss Tribal Seeds as they bring their reggae beats to Ace of Spades, presented by Live Nation. And mark your calendar for June 8th when NF takes the stage at the Golden One Center. Visit livenation.com for tickets and get ready for a killer high-energy show. Don't miss music legends Daryl Hall and Elvis Costello with the Imposters on June 12th, and NSYNC and Backstreet artists Joey Fatone and AJ McLean on June 22nd. Two great shows coming in June to Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Then looking ahead to August 4th, get ready for the Outlaw Music Festival at the Toyota Amphitheater, presented by Live Nation. The Sacktown Sports live events calendar, your ultimate playbook for the best shows and events in town. Stay tuned to Sacktown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Looking forward to hanging out with you tomorrow if you can join us at the Autograph and Card Expo. Sorry, Jay, no jersey for you today. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I'm going to let him have his week because it's a big week. But come next week, I'm all in his grill, man. I don't appreciate him coming to see the Drive Guys and don't have a piece to show. I don't like that. Was that him just walk in? If it was, I was going to say something to him, but I'm going to let him win.
That's not who just walked in, ladies and gentlemen. It's the
H.
High
Tizzle.
Flyer.
H. Tizzle just popped in.
Yeah. How are you, Henry? Yeah, go ahead. You want to come in? Yeah. All right. Yeah.
You said he ain't ready yet. He's making an appearance.
He needs to get his headphones, get ready to go here. So, yeah, we've got our exit interview with Henry Turner coming up. Jay, we got Minnesota, Denver tonight with the Nuggets trying to wrap up that series. Who do you think from the league standpoint, what's the better outcome? Who is it better for the league if Minnesota wins or if Denver wins, all things considered?
Denver.
Just because of the Jokic factor?
Yeah, the star, the building of a future Hall of Famer. I think he's a Hall of Famer at this point. I don't think there's any question about that. But I think, the same argument you and Drapes have kind of had this week between where does Jokic fit in the pantheon? Where is Jokic as he moves up the list? I think they would love to see, and we know the NBA is all about the stardom, right? And I know Anthony Edwards.
That's it. That's what I'm wondering.
He's the new star, but he's got time. He's definitely got a little bit of time to continue to keep on moving up the ranks. I think it's Jokic's time. It's his era.
You want some of this, Henry?
Of course. He's going to jump on. Absolutely.
Who do you think is better for the league if Denver advances or if Minnesota advances? For the league, for the NBA, the business of the NBA.
I would say right now, Denver because, I understand it's the changing of the guards. I said this at the very beginning of the season. But I also think that Denver is a prettier story, back-to-back champions. Three-time MVP. They have a couple of bright stars. Murray's a star. Michael Porter Jr.
Aaron
star.
Gordon is bringing it.
Aaron Gordon. He's not a young cat, but he's playing very good basketball. So I think Denver is a prettier story, but I will agree that. Since Ja Morant definitely threw this out the door, Anthony Edwards is pretty much in line to be the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and I know the NBA loves that whole, it's way overblown in my opinion, but the whole Anthony Edwards, he could be the next Jordan. I mean, the league loves that stuff.
The funny thing with that is, and this is killing me, and I know you've seen this too, Jay, is that it seems like every guy that's really lighting up the NBA, they always want to compare him and say, might be Michael Jordan's illegitimate kid. They did that with Jimmy Butler when Jimmy Buckets was just killing it down in Miami. Oh, he looks a lot like Michael. Even they give him that comparison. Now it's Anthony Edwards. Yeah. But I tell you what, though, the way AE takes off and launches over cats.
Can I follow that up real quick? And this is something I think that we've had this conversation, HT, and I think you're great to speak on that. If Jason Tatum wins the championship this year, and we don't know, it's looking good, right?
I wouldn't bet against it.
There it is. Haven't they been trying to give Tatum the league over the last 3 or 4 years? Has it? And I guess my question to you, and White, you could jump in on this. Even if he wins the championship, is it too late for him? Has it passed him by?
No.
Okay.
No, it all depends upon how well and what he does in the finals. Because the reason why he fell off is JB stepped up last year.
Yeah.
He struggled in the playoffs last year. Jaylen Brown was the one that kept him rolling. So that's why JB got that big contract. That's the only reason why Tatum fell off a little bit. But I'll tell you what, if he bounces back and plays the way that we all think that he can play, he's going to be in the conversation.
Yeah, it's funny how it works because they're on the verge of it, and he was on the verge of becoming the face of the league. The last 3 years, they've been great. But if they don't win this season for whatever, then it starts to work the other way, right? Where people look at that and go, wow, that team had 3 great shots. They couldn't beat the Warriors. They couldn't beat Miami last year. And then this year, who knows? So then all of a sudden, Tatum goes from maybe being the face of the league to he must be the problem.
Oh, of course. He's going to be the number one.
Yeah.
He's going to be the number one person that's going to get that finger.
That's the way it happens.
Because they changed coaches.
Yeah.
JB stepped up, and then all of a sudden, if they can't get it done this year, it's you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, it seemed like it was there for the grasping for him for the last 2 or 3 years. And I know they haven't gotten the finals, but it's starting
I still don't know what happened to him last year.
Yeah.
And I know Miami was pretty good, but still, there's no way Boston should have lost that series.
Yeah. I mean, he really dropped off. And I honestly think that it takes something like that, because think about it, fellas. We're on the highest stage. I'm sorry. When you are going to the finals and you're going to, big time games like that, it takes a lot, and you have to go through some things to understand what it takes. I mean, it's a grind, bro. It's a serious, especially when you're that guy. I've been on grinds, but I've never been that guy. Mm-hmm. You are the number one end all be all. If you win, it's because of you. If you lose, it's because of you. The finger is going to always be pointed back to you. I've never been on that stage in the NBA. Of course, I've been on that stage in Europe. But the thing about it is that it's tough when you're on that stage, and everybody, I don't care who it is, everybody's looking at you, whether you win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Henry Turner joining us here. We'll get to our Kings season in review in a bit here, Henry. But as long as we got you here, and we're talking NBA, what do you think happens here with the Cavaliers? Now there's, again, a lot of finger pointing at J.B. Bickerstaff. Maybe he has to go. Does Donovan Mitchell want to say? And we're hearing some rumblings that the Kings might have interest in Jared Allen. Now, I don't know where that's coming from, so I'm not saying, oh, yeah, this is real. It doesn't seem like a great fit. What do you just think of the idea, if it's true, of the Kings have an interest in Jared Allen? Could that even work with Sabonis?
Jared Allen, I think he's a very, very unique player. I like what he did with Cleveland. I like what he did with Brooklyn. He's
a really good player.
Yeah, he's a very good player. But the thing about Jared is that offensively, what he's going to give you. What are you going to expect him to give you offensively? Defensively, grabbing rebounds, even being able to finish at the basket. He can do that. But are you bringing him here just for that alone? If I look at the Sacramento Kings in totality, you got that in A-Lin. I think that money,
a free agent,
minus the athleticism, though, right?
Hey,
rim protection?
No. A-Lin was protecting the rim, bro.
Okay.
I mean, but what I'm saying is that I think that money that you're going to spend to get Allen can be, better well spent fixing some other holes. Let's keep it 100. Kings got holes.
Tons.
Yeah.
They got holes.
Like a golf course.
How do they go about filling some of those holes when we come right back with Henry Turner, Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports?
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Overnight lows will drop down into the low 50s. Tomorrow, beautiful day. Look for sunshine with highs in the mid 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA 3 app.
Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you're in the market for a new car, shop Folsom Lake Kia. Low interest rates, low payments, and zero down deals with approval of credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
My good friends, Dr. Jack Friedlander and Dr. Pash in Roseville and in San Francisco are offering not only confidence, not only security, but also the ability, if you ain't insecure, to go from the roster to the all-star team. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about UpsizeMatters.com. Time after time, vote after vote, circumference, or as we call it, girth, is consistently ranked as the most important attribute. And Dr. Jack and Dr. Pash can give you a free consultation. The procedure can be done on the same day as your consultation with immediate results. It's non-surgical. It's virtually pain-free, safe, effective, long-lasting, semi-permanent, and doctor performed. For more information, go to upsizematters.com. Go to upsizematters.com. Make that change. Make the all-star team. Get your girth on.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts report at a frosty 29 degrees. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
The countdown to Miss Twin Peaks 2024 is on. Head over to MissTwinPeaks2024.com to learn about the contest and cast your 5 votes for your favorite Twin Peaks girl.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
At Ashton & Price, we get injury victims to yes. Experience, yes. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years. No more insurance companies? Yes. Our clients focus on getting better, and we handle all the rest. Results? Yes. We've collected over $100 million for injury victims. No fee until we win? Yes. Our clients pay nothing until we win. Ashton & Price, the best at getting to yes. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
What is Subcontractors United? It's a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in over 40 trades to help with your home project needs. From cabinets to heating and air to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com today and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
We got 5 on it. We got High Flyer.
Yes, sir.
We got Jay.
Yeah.
Whitey. And we've been talking about hats today, High Flyer.
Yeah.
That's a nice lid you got on.
Come on, baby.
What stickers do you have? We talk about what stickers
You
you
see,
have on.
you see, you still got the sticker on it, right?
Yes.
Come on.
4 fingers up and 2 twisted in the middle. I don't have to say nothing else.
Hey, I was just thinking about this, and I was saying this. I'm like, me and Drapes were having this conversation. I think, Whitey, you weren't here, and we were talking about the Drive Guys. And it was funny because we were talking about HT. HT is an honorary Drive guy, right? He's like Flesh and Bone.
I'm in the back seat,
yeah,
baby.
He's like Flesh and Bone.
Yes.
In Bone Thugs and Harmony. Flesh was a member, but he was, he had some trouble, so he was in and out of the band here on one album. He'd be there, one album he wasn't. HT's an honorary, Drive guy. But I wanted to say this because HT texted me this, and this is something I asked Imran. I haven't had the opportunity to ask HT talking about cards. I spoke to HT about, and I think I've said this, my friends, the people that I break bread with, the community, about that's what I like to collect. So I had to ask HT if he had any estranged jerseys, sitting in the garage somewhere. And he was like, I got to take a look, I got to go through there, whatever. And I'm like, I don't want the Kings one. No disrespect to that. I want the yellow Olympiacos, right? Like,
so
in
other words, you asked him, "Can I have some of your old jerseys?"
Yeah, I need.
You dressed it
but
up,
I wanted the autograph so I could put it up in the man cave.
Yeah.
So anyway, I finally get introduced to Imran, and I go over there, and he's like, HT did the show last year. And I'm like, yeah, I know he did. You got any cards left? He's like, oh, I got them in storage. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. I said, well, I collect jerseys. I put them on my wall in the man cave for my guys. Let me get a jersey. I'll take it to HT. Let him do what he's got to do. Put a message. Oh, it's in the storage. So finally, I'm like, listen, enough of that U-Haul stuff, right? Like, I'm tired of you telling me stuff is in the U-Haul. I need a jersey for my boy HT. Give it to me. So when HT texts me that, I'm like, you know what? I'll let Imran off the hook again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, if you listening, I want an HT jersey.
Hey, let me tell you this. When he first invited me, I was like, okay, really wasn't understanding the magnitude of it, but I was like, cool, be a new experience. Let me tell you this. I thought it was going to be like a little rinky dink, a couple of people come through and, you sign a couple of autographs.
You got a card table or something. Yeah.
Bro, this place is loaded, full of people. Loaded full of people, and they're coming through all day. You got all type of vendors out there. Mm-hmm. They got all type of, I'm telling you, you would walk in that place thinking like, okay, I'm going to stay for about 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to get out of here. Bro, you will be in there 2-3 hours going through stuff, looking at things, saying, oh, yeah, I remember that. I've been looking at this. You know what? I thoroughly, and like you said, I'm just like any other athlete that came through there. I thoroughly enjoyed myself while I was there.
Great.
I really did.
Yeah. Did you get anybody's autograph or anything, or talk to anybody, any of the other athletes?
No. Me, Horace Grant, and Bill Cartwright was too busy in the back cracking jokes.
Bill Cartwright, the pride of Elk Grove.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Under and heard now.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope. I appreciate that. Listen, I'm going to put it out there one more time. I got to get an HT jersey. One way or another. I don't know who I got to shake down to get that jersey. I might have to call overseas, see if I can get that yellow or something. I might have to figure that out.
You know what, Jay? I went through the storage not too long ago, and I saw some stuff, and I looked at it, and I was like, okay, I got to go through this because I remember. I didn't forget you.
I appreciate it.
I remember. I'm like, Jay wants a European jersey.
Yes.
I just have to figure out which one I want to give you.
Give me the one where you said, where'd you go for like 2 weeks? And you're like, get me out of here. I got to go.
Oh, I didn't even get the jersey from over there. Okay. that was Maccabi over in Israel.
Yeah.
I didn't even stay that long to get a jersey.
Maccabi Tel Aviv or whatever it is.
Yeah. I didn't even stay there long enough to get a jersey.
Wow. Speaking of Europeans, what happened to Sasha this year? High flyer?
Oh, man.
Mr. Bazenkov.
You know what? When we talk about the Kings and what happened to them, I had one of my friends ask me the other day. They was like, what grade would I give the Sacramento Kings? And I told him, I said, I give the Sacramento Kings a C-. I said, let me explain why. Last year, I gave them a B. I thought they played extremely good basketball. For them to finish up in that third spot was heroic. For them to go, break that 16-year drought was big. And then at the end of the year, we got knocked out in 7 by the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
It wasn't a slap in the face at all. You have to go through those things to become a better basketball club. I thought everything they did was right on point. That's why I gave them a B. And then when the new season started, we really didn't go out and make no big splashes. The Kings said, okay, we're going to spin the block. We're going to run this thing back with who we have. All we have to do is play a little bit better, and the results should be just a little bit better, right? Okay, I was with that. When Monty McNair said that, I was with it. I'm like, okay, we'll roll with that. But what happened was De'Aaron and Sabonis played pretty much the same. Keegan Murray, second-year player. I really don't put too much on Keegan Murray. He's still learning the NBA system. I think he played okay.
Better defender, right? A better year defensively.
I mean, think about it. You asked the offensive-minded player to learn how to play defense. Okay, it took him a year to do that. All right? Your offense isn't going to be there. Keegan Murray played okay to me. Second-year player, I'm not going to put any onus on Keegan Murray. You get a pass. Next year, I'm gonna be judging him a little bit different. That third year, I'm gonna judge him big time. But second year, he did okay. But your other two players, Harrison Barnes and Kevin Huerter, they didn't play as well as they played the year before. So I can't give the team a B. I have to see. I want to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They didn't play as well as they did the year prior. Okay. Now you talk about the new ones that you bring over. Well, we brought over Sasha thinking that Sasha was going to be NBA ready. Remember?
Yeah. See, I thought, like you just said, they decided to run it back.
Yes.
But I think they thought it looks like we're running it back. But this guy,
right? He was supposed to be the silent assassin coming out the back.
Yeah.
He was the trump card. So when he came and it didn't seemingly work. All right. He didn't fit in and he wasn't playing well. And then it's kind of like, okay, well, we're going to give him time. No, he's a professional. He was supposed to be ready. He was supposed to be plug and play, give you something now. At one particular point, people were saying, how many games is it going to be before Sasha Vezenkov is starting? Well, that didn't happen. So now you got to, you still at the C. Okay. We bring over Duarte.
Yeah.
Duarte was supposed to be another stretch guy, high energy guy.
Defense,
3D.
Ball handler.
It didn't quite work out that way.
And they gave him chance after chance.
Right? So now you're still at C. Now we're talking about JaVale McGee. Okay, JaVale McGee is JaVale McGee. He is who he is. But the Kings thought that they were going to be able to get a little bit more out of him and a little less out of Alex Len. Well, it happened to be the reverse, right? So that's where I put the Kings down to a C. I'm not going to say that, it was a bad basketball team. Not at all. I think it was the exact same basketball team that came in with higher expectations, but the guys that they were dependent upon didn't show up.
They were so unpredictable, even in terms of which players played better. Like you said, you thought maybe Vezenkov, not you, but we all thought Vezenkov, Duarte, and then who was the breakout guy? It was Keon Ellis. Nobody had any idea, and that was kind of typical of the Kings the whole year.
Keon Ellis was the breakout guy. Trey is exactly who Trey is. I like Trey. Trey's a good staple for this basketball team. I think he plays solid, but he was injured a lot. The X factor, the one that's a big question to me is Davion Mitchell. Does he fit? Does he fit?
Has he been given the opportunity?
We get back to that with a high flyer. Also going to find out who gets his Old Roy High Flyer Dog of the Year award.
Why gotta be the Old Roy though? That's the bottom of the barrel.
Old Roy Dog of the Year. The High Flyer Award next with the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
The only place you'll find Harrison Barnes is Sacktown Sports.
He's got the bucket at the buzzer. Harrison Barnes.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Harrison Barnes, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
My father was a career United States Air Force pilot, and Memorial Day is a reminder of all he and so many others did for our country. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Right now at the annual Memorial Day sale, everything in the store is on sale. Everything. You'll save 10 to 25% on all living rooms, to sofas, to sectionals, to dining rooms, to bedrooms, to home offices, and so much more. Everything is on sale right now at Naturewood Home Furnishings Memorial Day sale. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, brighten up your bedroom, or tighten up your home office, it's all available for you at savings from 10 to 25% at Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop the area's best selection of quality furniture at Naturewood Home Furnishing, off Highway 50 in Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
In a world where everybody and their mother makes a primed trim board, contractors have to ask one question. Do I know what's under the primer? Available at just about every lumber yard you can imagine. Vintage trim boards are made from lodgepole pine. That's the stuff telephone poles and railroad ties are made of. It's durable. It's straight. It's been doing the job for generations. Manufactured right here in the USA. Ask for it by name. VintageTrimboards.com.
Right now, while you're sitting on the couch or just driving around, your friends are at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range powered by Top Tracer. The vibe is perfect, whether you're an accomplished player or a newbie. Play a variety of fun games, play Pebble Beach, or compete against friends at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range. Hungry? The Hangout Food Truck offers burgers, chicken strips, and more. Check the summer-long free concert schedule. Be a part of the fun at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway, open until midnight.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, a first Major League win is always special, especially for someone who's paid his dues. Joey Estes, acquired by the A's in the Matt Olson trade, handful of innings in the big leagues for the Athletics a year ago, made his first start this year in Seattle. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 5 years after he was drafted by Atlanta.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Hagen Oaks Demo Days is in the home stretch, and this is your last chance to register for an individual fitting appointment with the manufacturer's fitting staff from Ping, TaylorMade, Mizuno, Callaway, Cleveland, Strixon, and Zexio. You've waited many long months for the new golf season, and Hagen Oaks has your new golf gear right now. Book your individual Hagen Oaks Demo Days fitting appointment. Call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for your personal fitting. Hagen Oaks, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway or HagenOaks.com.
It's Sacktown Sports 49ers insider Emil Fergoso here to tell you about the Sacramento Autograph Expo Trade Night hosted by True Sports Cards. Happening at the Fairgrounds in Roseville. Come hang out with fellow hobby enthusiasts as we sell and trade trading cards under the stars at Attaway Pavilion. Trade Night is completely free, happening Saturday, May 18th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. After an action-packed day of meeting your favorite athletes, stick around for a bit. So come on down to Trade Night at the Fairgrounds in Roseville. Located at 700 Event Center Drive, Saturday, May 18th from 6 to 9 p.m. For more information, visit sacksportscardexpo.com or hit up Trade Night host Candlestick Sports Cards on Instagram. See you there.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your new home for 49ers football in the 916.
Sacktown Sports.
$6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Drapes has a day off. He's back with us tomorrow. But that's all right. Look who's here. It's a high flyer.
That's right. You playing my theme music too, boy. That's Snoop Doggy D-O-double-G.
I be quiet, but when he leave, I be talking again.
That's right. Big Purr. That's my guy.
This is your theme music. All right, we'll have to remember that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, anything Snoop and Dre, man, I ride with it. I told you 2 fingers up and 2 twisted in the middle. That's on the hat. That's on the dome, baby.
It's a special moment here because Henry's in to give us his season review of the Kings. We got a lot to get to still, but I was hoping, and I think he's gonna deliver for us. I was hoping he'd tell us who his Old Roy Dog of the year is from the Kings. It's a popular, and Jay just ended up with a whole bag of old.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna dog nobody game by putting that label on them at all. I can't do that to none of my Sacramento Kings, boy. I'm gonna tell you what. I probably have to ride by with my windows up because somebody gonna be like, there he is, get him.
Well, you dog of the year though. Can we? You have a dog of the year for us?
No, not for the Kings.
I mean, in a good way, like the dog.
You know what?
Like, in a good way, the
dog. See.
I'm not saying. Like,
wait. You got to really pronounce it, man. Dog is D-O-G. That's Roy Dog. When you talk about a dog, that's D-A-W-G.
Okay, that's what I'm talking.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
We're gonna get your street cred a little higher.
I wouldn't ask you to take shots at somebody. Yeah. But
you know what? The D-A-W-G got to be Keon Ellis.
Okay.
The dog. I mean, he really showed me a lot, man. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm so proud of this young man, because when you got to get it from the mud, when you got to get it from the dirt, he wasn't drafted high. He wasn't a guy that came in with a big name. He wasn't a guy that came in and said, okay, we really want to give this guy a look. This dude had to go down to the G League and work.
Yeah.
All right. And grind, and then come up to the big league, go to Vegas, put in work, still go back to the G League and grind every day, grind it out in practice. And then when you get your chance, it's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm on the big stage. Come out and really show what you can do. Man, I told him, like, this had to be like the last second to the last game. He came out and I saw him, and I told him, I said, bro, I'm so proud of you, man. The way you've handled this situation, I salute you, and you deserve everything that's coming your way.
Every time he met with the media, so I just knew him that way. I didn't know him like you did, talk to him personally. But every time he talked about what he did, how he did it, he just said it very matter-of-factly. It wasn't like he had accomplished anything yet. It was well, you had a great game. What do you think? He's like, well, we have a game tomorrow, so I have to get ready for the next game.
Oh, for sure. And and the thing about it is that he ain't solidified nothing yet.
Right.
I mean, he got the contract. Great. We're happy for you for that. But he's still trying to push to where he wants to be one of the best players out there on the floor. Yeah, he started for us, but is he going to have that starting position next year? I think he's still going to have to put in major work. Now, he's going to be a part of the rotation, but in order for him to be starting in the Sacramento Kings uniform, he's still got to put in major work.
Do you think the Kings need more of that dog? Because that's what Jay and Drape say they want. Jay wants like P-Bev.
Let me tell you, I don't know about Patrick, but
Dylan Brooks.
You know what? DB would be good. I would ride with him. All good teams has that one guy. They have that one guy that don't really have it all upstairs and is willing to go out and do anything it takes to win the basketball game.
That is going to make the other team feel him.
Of course. I'll give you a prime example. When we had Ron Artest.
Yeah.
I really didn't understand the magnitude of Ron Artest until he really got here. And I like Ron. Ron was a good dude.
Yeah, I know.
But I do also understand this. It was some guys that was like legitimately scared of him when he got on the basketball floor.
Because he didn't have it all. As you said, it didn't seem like Ron is sharper than most people give him credit for.
Yes. Right.
But there were some instances where it's like, Ron, your facility's there?
And let me tell you, and when some guys looked at him, you saw a little trickle of pee come down the back of their leg because they were scared of that dude. So I don't care how talented you are, that takes some of your talent away. I'll give you another prime example. And I love this dude too. The grind father. Tony Allen.
Oh, okay.
Tony Allen. When KD was just killing everybody, just running through the league, Memphis put Tony Allen on KD man per man, mano a mano, and this dude didn't ask for no help. If KD was averaging 28-30 against the grandfather, he was at 16-18. And that's what I'm saying. You are doing your job because that dude didn't back down from nobody. He might have had a screw loose, but he didn't back down from nobody, and that helped that team win.
Those guys obviously are not that common. They're not easy to find.
No. I mean, the Draymond Greens of the world is not that hard. I mean, it's very hard to find. I'll throw out Patrick Beverly, hard to find. Dylan Brooks, hard to find.
Bobby Portis.
Googly eyes look like he'll kill everybody in the building. Hard to find, but they are those X factor guys that when you have a dude that has major talent on the other end, Dennis Rodman, you put those guys out there and they will neutralize that talent.
Charles Oakley?
Oh, Charles Oakley, man. Anthony Mason, Xavier McDaniels. My era, we can go on and on.
Right.
I had to deal with them. I had to deal with those guys. Like, Mad Max. Bernie Maxwell.
Bernie Max.
You had to do like, man, I don't want to see this dude tomorrow, man. Jesus. Because you never knew what you was going to get. Are you going to get the nice dude? Or 9 times out of 10, they coming at you. I'll tell you what. The greatest, Michael Jordan, had that. I'm telling you, the first time I got a chance to get on the floor with Michael Jordan, I was in awe. First of all, is this Mike? We in Chicago. This is Mike. You don't understand what I'm saying. This is Michael. You get to put your foot next to a legitimate Air Jordan.
Now, are you trying when that's going on? Are you trying to put that out of your mind?
I'm trying to put that out of my mind. And the thing about it is that I didn't know, because we had Danny Ainge on the team at that time. I didn't know that Danny Ainge and Michael Jordan was that cool.
They're friends, right? Yeah.
They would go out and play golf before the games. And Danny was talking trash to Michael Jordan. He said, yeah, we got a guy just like you. You just wait. So him and Danny talking trash at the beginning of the game. Jerry said, Hank, get in, get Danny. I said, okay. I go in, I sub for Danny, and it's like, we're shooting a free throw. So I'm standing next to Mike. And you walk in and like today's NBA, everybody friends. They hug and kiss when they see each other.
Right.
I walk
Lil
in.
Wayne and Birdman.
Right.
Yeah.
I walk in and I'm standing next to Mike, and this dude is just looking straight through me. And it was such of a stare. I'm like, did I do something to you, bro? I mean, I'm really looking like, did I do something to you? And he had that killer look like, I'm about to kill you. But that's that mentality, bro, that some of these dudes bring. You're like, wait a minute, I don't want to see this dude.
Do you return it, or do you just pretend you don't see it?
I pretend like I didn't see it.
I'm not a no-win.
Because
Because
it's the first time you see Mike, right? After that, it becomes, no problem. But because the first time it's Mike J.
I'll tell you what, see, that was my rookie year, bro. And just for me, I don't know how other guys do it, because I was like Keon Ellis. I wasn't that high draft pick, and I wasn't one of the guys that was getting a major look. I was one of the guys that came in and worked my butt off and got a spot, and was talented enough to play the game. And back in those days, you had some dudes that was heavy hitters. I remember the first time we played LA, and Magic walked on the floor, Worthy and Kareem and Byron Scott and AC Green. I'm like, Jesus, this here's a rock band, And then, okay, you go to Boston and you got Bird, McHale, and the Chief, Dennis Johnson. I'm like, ooh, roll over to Atlanta. You got Spud Webb, Dominique Wilkins, Cliff Livingston, what's my man with the little tiny arm? Kevin Willis. I mean, I had to really ask myself, do you belong here? I really did. My first month, I really questioned myself, did I belong here? Until I went up and blocked somebody's shot, and I was like, yeah, I'm here. But yeah, man, I mean, back in those days.
Did you handle Michael okay, though, that game?
No. We don't talk about that.
No.
I noticed you went from there to started talking about.
Hey, he's doing what Drapes does.
Yeah. Like,
skipped over a few things.
Hey, but Jay, I'll tell you though, bro. I mean, my first year I had to learn. I really, really had to learn, because I'm playing a 2-3 spot.
That's a lot of competition coming back at you. Clyde Drexler's
and see, and then I was in that era to where Magic Johnson was a point guard. He was 6'9", and that was the era to where they were bringing in Jay Kidd, Penny Hardaway, Gary Payton. All of these guards were 6'7", 6'6", and I'm guarding these guys. So yeah, I have to guard Larry Bird, who's 6'10". Yeah, I got to guard Dominique Wilkins, that's 6'8". Those are 3 guys. And now I'm guarding Michael Jordan at the 2. And then we play LA. I'm guarding Magic at the 1.
Magic at the 1, yeah.
So,
man,
do you think I had a night off?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah. The High Flyer is with us, and it's his Kings media exit interview. So we're just catching up on the high flyer and his thoughts on this year. I know, listening to you, talking to you before and after games, you were as frustrated by the Kings as any fan was this year. What frustrated you the most overall?
The fact that this team's ability, they were able to get up double digits. They were able to get up 20 points on a basketball team, and then for somehow miraculously let a team back in the game. I think that might have been my most disappointing attribute that this team did. I understand the injuries. I understood, you didn't make a big splash in free agency. I understand everything that this team went through, but the thing that frustrated me the most is that you showed me the ability to be able to win a basketball game, to be able to dominate a basketball game, but you also showed me in that same game that you have the ability to crumble and fold and just let a team back into a game to where you totally had control over.
Mm-hmm. Let me piggyback on that. This is something I've been asking just about everybody that we've had on the show. You giving the Kings a C-.
Yeah.
You've been frustrated. We, as Whitey said, we've heard you every single game, every single day. We get to hear you when the Kings play. Has this, to you, is this season been a failure, or is it something you believe you can build on, or is it something you're like, let's rinse and repeat, or let's just forget about it?
Part of the process, failure?
First of all, we already did the rinse and repeat. Okay, the clothes still came out dirty. That didn't work. All right. Did I consider this year a failure? Yes, I did. I'm not going to even sugarcoat it. I work for the Sacramento Kings. I love this team. I want this team to be better. When I looked at the totality of what this team was able to do, I wanted this team to make it to the playoffs. I didn't care if they got swept out the first round. I at least wanted them to make it again. So it wasn't one of those situations to where, they made it to the third last year, but that was just a fluke. Let's see what they do this year. And we did exactly what a lot of the experts said. We crumbled and fell back and didn't make the playoffs. So that's why I said it was a failure. Now, can you build off of this failure? You're going to have to. Seeing what the Sacramento Kings did when they just ran it back, I think it's easier for them to look at this basketball team and say, okay, we saw 2 years from this team. We saw the good, and then we saw where we need to change things. And so now they're going to have to make some changes. They're going to really have to make some changes. We talked about what the bench looked like, the bench expectations. The bench expectations was a lot larger than what they received off the bench. They got to make some changes on the bench. All right. They're starting five. Their expectations was a lot larger than what they got out there on the floor. They're going to have to make some changes in that starting five.
Your former coach was on with us, Jerry. He said a couple weeks ago, he said they need 2 new starters. Would you agree with that?
Wholeheartedly. Because I will say this. I will say this. And I know the Sacramento Kings were looking at this and saying, okay, maybe, just maybe, if Kevin Huerter and Harrison Barnes and Keegan Murray gave you the exact same stats this year as they gave you last year, we'd be talking about a whole different situation.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about a whole different situation.
Kevin Huerter. I mean, and I don't mean to pinpoint of that, but what Kevin Huerter gave the Kings the first year compared to what he gave them this past year,
it was night and day.
Played a part, definitely.
It was night and day. I mean, you know what? You can throw injuries, you can throw whatever you want out there. We're just talking about the end-all, be-all of productivity.
Yeah.
It wasn't where it was last year. Harrison Barnes, it wasn't where it was last year. And even with Keegan Murray, I mean, I'm going to give Keegan a little bit, just a little bit, but the way he shot the ball and what he did on the offensive end was a hell of a lot better than what he gave us this year. Took a step back. I mean, most players do. And like I said, I'm not judging, I'm not being critical on him because he's still learning to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what you got out of Harrison, what you got out of Kevin wasn't what you expected.
Of the teams that finished behind the Kings this year, I know I have an answer in mind, but which team scares you the most in the West? I would say Memphis.
Oh, yeah.
But you make a great case for Houston, San Antonio.
I'll tell you what, Memphis was just desecrated with injuries. I mean, they lost all their team for injuries. So if they get half of the guys back, they're going to be a problem. I'm sorry. Yes, they are. You know what? Hats off to Ime. I salute him because he got a young basketball team and brought those guys together and made them believe that they can compete in this league, and they came and shocked some folks.
Yeah, they were this close to making that.
Now, are they going to shock some people next year? Maybe not. But I'll tell you what, he got them playing great basketball this year. San Antonio, you're going to have Wemby. They're probably going to make some moves. Pop's still going to be there. I'd never bet against Black. I think San Antonio will be a team that will be productive. They will be competitive. Now, where they're going to be, I don't know. And then LA. As long as LA got LeBron, they got AD. They're going to always go out and find somebody.
What about Warriors?
I said it earlier, and I'm going to stick by it. I'm going to stand on business. The Warriors are done. Warriors that had their last dance.
What happens? There's whispers saying that Brandon Ingram might come. What if they get Brandon Ingram?
Who? The Warriors?
Yeah.
Who's leaving? Because I think Clay is out the door. I think Clay is out the door. All right. If they bring Draymond back,
if you don't bring him back, you got a lot of explaining to number 30 to do.
You know what? I think at the end of the day, Steph probably ready for Draymond to go too, but he's just not going to say it. Because I'm sorry, it was plenty of nights out there to where Steph played his heart out. And then some of the antics that Draymond Green pulled to where he wasn't on the floor, it's like, bro, you leaving me. You my brother, but you leaving me out here to the wolves. It's like, hey, I know you see Scar over there. Him and his hyenas, they coming to get me. Where's my help here? You leave it. So I'm pretty sure Steph probably like, okay, well, we need to get somebody here that's going to stick with me. Hey, you know what? Kuminga, he's not you, but I tell you what, he's giving us a whole lot.
Yeah. Speaking of who's staying, who's leaving, High Flyer, what's your best guess on Malik Monk?
Wow. I'm torn with this, really. I really am. I look at it from both sides. And so let me give you the player scenario. This is Malik Monk's biggest contract he's going to get. And I'm pro player 150%. I'm sorry. I'm always on take the money. Take the money. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what you say. It's all about what line you stand in when you walk into Wells Fargo. Take the money. And I know other teams are going to be able to pay him a hell of a lot more than Sacramento Kings are. But in that same breath, that's player. In that same breath, are you going to be this exact Malik Monk on a different team? Be careful what you ask for.
Right.
I call it the Marion syndrome. When Sean Marion left Phoenix, he never was that same guy again. You really have to understand that your game is tailor-made for Sacramento. You're going to be all you can be here. But when you start talking about an upward number of
20 to 25.
20 to 25 mil? 20 to 25 M's? I'm going to take that chance. I'm sorry.
Let me double down on that.
I'm going to take that chance.
Two things on the double down on that. 100 million. Let's just say there's been whispers, reports. Detroit Pistons might throw out $100 million at Malik Monk.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The second part of that too becomes, how do you entice Malik knowing that he wants to start? And at the same time, knowing you're hamstrung. You can't give him any more than the $78 million. As a player in that position, and where Detroit's a mess.
But Jay, that's another strike against the Kings, because you're going to come to me and say, okay, you want me to take a $25M pay cut. And
come off the bench.
I'm not in that starting position. I mean, that's like putting one hand behind my back and say, okay, you still want me to dribble a basketball, but all of a sudden you're going to put both hands behind my back and say, okay, give me a bucket. Bro, you handicapping me right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I understand the situation that Malik is in, and I also understand the situation that the team is in. You know, I want Malik Monk here. Believe me, I want this dude. He helped us big time. The way we play is tailor-made for him. But when you start, I mean, you know, we all know money talks. And the rest of it runs a marathon.
Do you think that he could coexist with Pop?
No.
I don't either.
No.
I don't either.
No. Pop has a structured offense the way, you know, you have to be a Popovich guy to really be able to strive in the Popovich system, and he's not that guy. You know, can he go to other teams and be very productive?
Like Orlando, maybe, or Atlanta, or
yeah, and he's going to have to go to a team they're going to accept him for who he is. Because, you know, when he went to LA, all right, LeBron wasn't going for you done came down and took 2 bad shots. Now you done turned the basketball over. No. We're not doing that. No, we are not doing that. Give me this ball. You go over there and you stand and you watch. And if I throw it to you, you shoot. But that's not the way Malik plays.
No, it's not.
Malik plays reckless abandonment. He's got to be going up and down. That's why when you look at L.A. Malik compared to Sacramento Malik, you're like, where did this dude come from? He has the freedom to do what he wants.
Yes.
And you don't get that on every NBA team. So, you know, that's one thing that he has to think about.
Yeah, the high flyer. Can you stick around for one more?
Sure.
Okay.
He's taking us to the end of the show.
Well, okay. I talked to him about that. He wasn't so sure.
It's only 10 minutes, man. It's only 10 minutes.
Today is the anniversary of what I think was the greatest game anyone played in the NBA. You played in the NBA. I'd be interested to know what you think, and we'll continue to wrap up this King season when we come right back. Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Overnight lows will drop down into the low 50s. Tomorrow, beautiful day. Look for sunshine with highs in the mid-80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA3 app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
Winter's gone, so there's no excuses for missing out on Sacramento's premier country festival, Country in the Park. It's this Friday and Saturday. Don't miss your chance to see
Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Letts, Jake Owen, Walker Hayes, Brian Kelly, Drew Baldridge, Brian Martin, Michael Ray,
Ingrid Andress, Priscilla Block,
Chase Matthew.
Tickets are only $46 per day. Buy your tickets now at CITPFest.com. That's CITPFest.com. Or take your chances at the gate. Brought to you by Junior Restaurant and Lounge, Vernick Academy, and Fieldhouse American Sports Pub.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you one of the nearly 10 million families that own a timeshare? Unfortunately, many families stuck in timeshares have learned the dark side of ownership, as their timeshare ends up being nothing like they were promised. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. If you were lied to when buying a timeshare, you're going to need help. I know this because I once worked as a timeshare salesman, but quit the business and made it my personal mission to help folks get rid of bad timeshares. That's why I put together a timeshare exit information kit to help you understand how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation. Over 30,000 families have trusted us to get rid of their timeshares. Many started out by simply calling us for the free information kit and are now timeshare free.
To get your free information kit, call Wesley Financial now. Call 800-837-1919. That's 800-837-1919. 800-837-1919.
Vapes and cigarettes are responsible for the excessive amount of secondhand smoke in California.
From our sidewalks to our parks, restaurants, offices, and work sites, over half of Californians are at risk of being exposed to thousands of toxic chemicals.
Go to secondhanddangers.org for an action plan to protect yourself and your family from toxic harm that could last a lifetime.
Because even outdoors, there's no such thing as safe secondhand smoke.
Sponsored by Breathe California, Sacramento region.
Carmichael Dave here. You know Memorial Day's right around the corner. That means outdoor parties, barbecues, and family gatherings. Now my friends at Amy's Outdoor Living on El Camino near Watt and inside the new Amy hardware store in the El Dorado Town Center, they're bursting with beautiful, comfortable outdoor furniture. Now, through Memorial Day, they're going to pay the sales tax on all in-stock patio furniture. We're talking great brands like Kettler deep seating sets, Jensen Outdoor, indestructible Polywood Adirondack chairs, and umbrellas. Now, you all know Amy's. It's your barbecue headquarters, and this year they have two of the newest, hottest brands, those beefy Rectech grills and affordable Napoleon grills. And, of course, they still carry the great brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. The sales tax is on them now through Memorial Day on all in-stock patio furniture. Amy's Outdoor Living on El Camino near Watt and inside Amy Ace Hardware in the El Dorado Town Center.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Jay and Whitey, and we got the high flyer with us. Drape's back with us tomorrow. Talking about the Kings, the just completed season, and I wanted to see what a guy who played in the NBA thinks of this. In my mind, today is the anniversary of the greatest game anyone's ever played in the NBA. It was on this date in 1980. Lakers leading the Sixers 3-2 in the finals. Kareem sprained his ankle in Game 5. So Game 6, Lakers trying to win a title for the first time since 72. They don't have Kareem. So rookie Magic Johnson,
a.k.a. Young Buck,
jump center, plays every position, 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 123-107. The Lakers win the championship. And to me, that's the greatest game anyone's ever had.
And the legendary Young Buck, I remember this too, got an offensive rebound, swung right, came across, swept over the left shoulder, and threw up the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhook. And when that went in, I thought I felt the floor shake. One of the biggest shots made in the NBA.
There have been great games by great players. We've seen many of them, but considering a rookie filling in for Kareem, the championship on the line, to have that kind of game, to me, it's the greatest game I've ever seen anybody.
Well, and that goes to let you know right there that Magic Johnson just wasn't a regular guy. You know, he was a dude that can do a little bit of it all. He was a guy who had the mindset to where, yes, I will take over. I have that mentality. I have the capability. And then he did it on the biggest stage.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest stage, and he playing against Moses Malone and Julius Erving and all of those
Moses
guys.
Wasn't there yet. It was like Caldwell Jones.
Yeah. You know, Julius Erving and those 76ers, you know.
And on the flight there, Magic sat in Kareem's seat, and when the coach walked by Westhead, Magic said, "Never fear, EJ is here." And I think he got out of there and went and sat in his regular seat. But yeah, he delivered.
Magic Johnson, boy, this dude was like a pioneer. I mean, you know, whenever we talk about greats, and I hate to go to the GOAT, but I always say this: the greatest guys that played in this game revolutionized the game. They changed it. And Magic Johnson was one of those guys. Like I said early on, he was the first 6'9" point guard we've seen in this league.
Mm-hmm.
He changed the way the game was played. And then all of a sudden, he runs up and down like a gazelle. He sees the floor like a floor general. He revolutionized the game. Showtime brought the NBA to where it is right now. If it wasn't for Magic Johnson with Showtime, Larry Bird with the Boston Celtics down there in Beantown, those two guys together brought the NBA to where it is today.
You're right. The NBA literally was on tape delay. The finals were on tape
Tape delay.
Then you have Magic and Bird at the same time, and they went head to head for a few years. And then next thing, a guy named Michael Jordan comes along.
Right. You know, Mike came in and really changed things, but Magic and Larry Bird held it down because people that watch NBA today, all the young fans, and this is us dinosaurs just talking about old school basketball. You only had two games. You had the Boston Celtic game at noon, and then you had the LA Laker game in the afternoon. So whoever Boston played, that's who you seen, and then whoever the Lakers played, that's what you seen, and that was it. But those two guys and the rivalry that they had opened up everything else to what you see here today.
That's, we'll see many more great players. Maybe
No doubt.
we'll see greater players. I don't think we'll ever see two guys at the same time that great with that kind of
rivalry.
From
No.
college into the NBA.
And like I said, it started out in college, and then it was two guys that was on the other ends of the earth.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
The other ends of the earth. And then, I tip my hat to Larry Bird. The bro wasn't no joke. Larry Bird was him. LB was him. I'm talking about on the floor, the way he played, his toughness, his trash talking. Larry Bird was him. So he had to be that guy to go up against Magic.
Now, when you played against Larry, did you get into? He was late model Larry, right? When you played him,
was he out of there?
No, he wasn't late model Larry because I played before the Dream Team hit.
Oh, okay.
Right. See, I came in 88, 89. So Larry was still Larry.
Okay.
And he was still trash talking big time. big time. And when I tell people that, people like, Larry Bird talked more trash than Reggie Miller. I say by far. By far. And the things he said was funny. They were derogatory towards you, but it was funny. Because I remember, I'm going to give you my Larry Bird story. We're here at Arco, and Jerry's the coach. And, Jerry and Larry, they know each other.
Yeah.
We're playing, and Jerry subs me in. Like I said, I'm a 2-3. I'm guarding Larry Bird. And like I said, we line up at the hash mark. Jerry's right there, and him and Larry is talking. So I'm standing there shooting a free throw. I'm standing there, and I'm listening to their conversation. And Larry say, hey, Jerry, you must be real desperate. and Jerry was like, what are you talking about, Larry? He said, you got to be real desperate. You got this kid here, Gardner. And I'm sitting there, I want to tell him, you do know I can hear you, right? But I'm pretty sure Larry Bird's mind, he was like, I don't care if you do. He was just that type of dude. I don't care if you do. It's so many Larry Bird stories, bro. That's just like, I remember LaSalle Thompson told me, he said, they're playing against Larry Bird. And it's right before halftime. The Boston Celtics are up. And it's like 4 seconds on the clock. And Larry would do this. Larry came by and said, I'm going to come off this screen. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to shoot it. The buzzer's going to go off, and it's going to go through the net. So
from that spot.
So the play went. Larry Bird caught the ball, came off the screen, caught it, shot it. The ball went through the rim. They got the ball, threw it out, put up a half-court shot and missed. Larry Bird walked past me because, back at the old school Arco, both teams walked through the tunnel together.
Right.
He said, Larry Bird tapped me on the butt and said, big fella, I'm sorry, I lied. I left 2 seconds on the shot. That's the type of dude Larry Bird was.
That's my apologies.
Yeah. I apologize, man. I left 2 seconds on the clock. My bad.
HT, I know you get ready to get out of here. Something that well, we got to get you on in the summer, man. You gotta come on and just stay with us for the whole show.
I told you, y'all got to put me in the back seat.
You
man,
in the
I'm
back
willing.
seat. You already we riding around
You're
an
not
Escalade.
honorary. You're legit.
Yeah, you in the Escalade, man. You know, three-seat passenger.
There you go.
Someone we here on this show this week, we've been talking about a feasible person in the NBA, a player that we could get that we wouldn't want, we would want to see on the Sacramento Kings.
And we're not worried about how you'd get him or when he come here. It's just like kind of your dream acquisition.
Yeah. Zach LaVine was Draper's guy.
I'll ride with that.
Okay. I think we're all in on Zach LaVine.
Yes. I think Zach would fit in very well with this team.
I had Jeremy Grant.
White had Jeremy Grant.
Your boy Scott Marsh had Siakam.
I'm not high on neither one of them.
Which you can't get.
Who
was Watkins was who?
Frankie was.
He said Weber. He don't count.
No, Frankie was Paul George.
Okay.
PG, no. I'm more of a Kyle Kuzma guy.
Okay.
If I look out there and say, one of those guys, can you get him? Can you get him? Maybe, maybe not. I think Kyle Kuzma would fit in good here. Whether you put him at the 3 or the 4, I think he would fit in good.
Tall, long, lanky, and he's going to score.
What do you think of Jay's guy? Very interesting.
Yeah, so my guy, and I like Kuzma. I'm a big double K guy. I said Miles Bridges. And I'm real high on. He's going 21, 7-6. He does everything the Kings need.
That obviously sparked a conversation.
Yeah, he's got more than a pit bull in him. The problem, and this is my thing, and before I let you go, everything he does on the floor is perfect, I think, for what the Kings need.
Okay.
He's still young. He's about 25 years old. He fits the mold for De'Aaron, DeMontis, Keegan's, age bracket and then moving forward.
Right.
Probably plays the 3. There's really not a probably. He plays the 3.
Okay.
I'm not sure Sacramento, the city, the fans, how great the Sacramento Kings fans are. They love everybody who comes through here, no matter what. They kiss the feet of every Sacramento Kings player, unless you're Spencer Hawes or Jason Terry or whatever. I'm not sure this community is ready to have someone who has the Louis Vuitton luggage that Miles Bridges brings with them because of the off-the-court stuff.
You know what? I don't think that's going to be a problem.
You don't?
No, honestly don't. You got to understand, Reggie Theus ran through this town, and it wasn't a problem.
But aren't we living, and I'm going to cut you off, aren't we living in a different era because of social media, because of insiders, because of, the media, because of all the different things, the telephones, it's easier to come across information?
I don't think he's that bad of a distraction. I honestly think he would work well on this basketball team. I really do. All the names that jumped out, I'm still riding with Zach LaVine first. I'll put him in front of Kyle Kuzma because I think he would fit in better, even though I think Kyle would too. But what you have to look at is what you have already and what you don't want to disturb. You don't want to disturb that De'Aaron Sabonis situation you have. All right.
You want to augment it.
Exactly. So, I know a lot of people talk about, bringing another guard in here. Well, De'Aaron has to have the ball in his hands.
Yes.
So you can't bring another dude here that has to have the ball in his hands.
Right.
It's not going to work.
Like Donovan Mitchell, for example.
Donovan, yeah.
Exactly.
DeRozan.
That's why, Debo.
I like DeRozan.
Debo a little different.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's why it's not working in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, Garland was taken off before Donovan Mitchell got there. Then all of a sudden, Donovan Mitchell gets here. The ball is out of Garland's hands a lot, and it's in Donovan Mitchell's hands. Well, now Garland's kind of stagnant now.
It's like Brunson when he played with Luka.
Exactly. Brunson was the exact same guy. Don't even think that, magically once he got to New York, that game just jumped on him. No, he was always that guy. He was playing behind Luka.
Yeah.
So that's where I say, it's more methodical than just saying, I want this player. Well, that player has to be put in a right system to play conducive to how he needs to play. So I definitely think that Miles Bridges, he isn't a guy that has to have the ball in his hands.
No, he doesn't.
He's played with Devin Booker. He's played with Chris Paul. You know, right now in Brooklyn, he's not the guy that's handling the basketball.
No, that's Michael.
Yeah.
That's
We're talking
Michael.
about
Miles. So I'm talking about Charlotte Hornets. Miles Bridges.
Oh, Miles Bridges.
Yes, Miles. I'm talking about the guy that had all the off-court situation and all the court issues. But like I said, he's giving you 21.6 a game. He's giving you 7 rebounds a game. He's giving you 6 assists a game. Like, he's going to be an all-around guy. I'm not sure the community of Sacramento, because listen, when I said this, HT, a lot of people were like, no. We don't want him. We don't want him. We don't want him.
I tell you what, I was crossing the wrong bridge.
That's all right.
I was crossing the wrong bridge.
Hey, it's not this what I always say. When seasons end, I put players, uniforms, and everything out of my mind sometimes.
Yeah. Because see, I'm looking at the other bridges. I'm like, if we can
he'd be perfect.
Yeah. He would be perfect,
yes,
for this team. I mean, and that's why I've been riding with him. Like, I'd love to have that kid there.
Yeah, me and you both.
But like I said, when you try to bring in guys, you really gonna have to bring in guys that fit. You know, you don't have the situation to where, you know, just give me the best guys I could possibly get. You know, we was in that situation at one particular time.
Right.
Just give me the best guys I can get and we'll deal with it. Well, we're not there now. We have, you know, 2 pieces that, you know, we have to fit guys in to match with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even harder than just saying, give me the best guys I can get.
Right.
Because, you know, it's some guys that we could throw out there. Like you said, Kevin Durant. Is that going to work? Oh, no. I mean, we're talking about one of the best guys ever played basketball. And you're looking at him saying, he might not work here.
Right. Right.
Because what you have. Yeah, you're gonna have a whole lot of Kevin Durant. It's the same thing in Brooklyn. I mean, excuse me, not Brooklyn, but it's the same thing in Phoenix. You get a whole lot of Kevin Durant, but you're gonna lose somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna lose somebody else.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to do here, Jay? You want to break here or go a little bit? Keep going a little bit. All right. All good.
Yeah, now, and we know if AC got a dip, we got it. There's no problem.
And by the way, stick around because coming up, give you a shot at some tickets to the Sacramento Autograph and Sports Card Expo tomorrow. Yeah, so you want to stick around for that. Do you know which King gave the team the least bang for their buck this year? They paid $300,000 this year.
You can't tell me we couldn't use this guy.
To Nerlens Noel. Nerlens Noel got $300,000.
That's right. I forgot, and didn't even step on the floor.
Not one time.
Because they traded for him, and he had some money left on his contract.
Oh, and tell me we couldn't use that guy.
Well, they you know had once they got JaVale, it's like
I will say this: I still take JaVale over him. I really would. I still would take JaVale over Norman. I would, because
leadership,
number one, and JaVale. I mean, you can say what you want
familiarity with the system
about JaVale. JaVale has been there, bro. This dude has championship pedigree, and you know you don't understand what that pedigree is until you have it. When you don't have it, you understand. I mean, this dude got 3 championships.
He does, and he had his moments, but he didn't really work out overall either, did he? I don't think so. Nothing against him or the team, but
for us, no. I think he gave you what JaVale McGee would give you. You know, so some nights he's going to look great. Some nights he's going to look crazy. He's going to rim protect a little bit. You know, he's going to finish at the rim some. But if you have to depend on JaVale McGee to win a basketball game, you're not going too far.
Yeah.
Right. Think about it. On all those championship teams, or the 3 he was on, the championship teams, JaVale McGee was just an added afterthought. He was an other. So whatever he gave you, you were like, okay, good. Because his main thing was to come in, play a little bit of rebound, play a little defense, grab a couple of rebounds, and dunk a basketball.
I have to think that, you know, I understand why they were interested in Nerlens Noel, but then you see a guy, JaVale McGee, becomes available because Dallas let him go, right? It was kind of unexpected. And then you've got a guy that can do a lot of the same things that you hope Nerlens Noel could do. But also, JaVale McGee knew Mike Brown and knew the system. So it's like, well, this is the more sure thing.
Knew Mike, knew the system. And really, like I said, I honestly think JaVale still would have gave you more than Nerlens.
Which we just don't. That was the whole thing. Is like,
Nerlens' offense was totally nil, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I never seen a game to where he was just, rolling on the offensive end. I mean, it's been some nights to where JaVale McGee's like, man, this dude that came in and gave you 15 already.
So he's Nerlens Noel, but you call him Nerlens Nil O, right?
Yeah.
No offense. Nerlens Nil O.
Nil O. He hard on brothers.
That's what you just called him.
No, he has no offense. I mean, offensively, he wasn't giving you anything. It was on certain nights JaVale would give you something. He really would. And, his basketball IQ was high, but it was some nights where you were like, JaVale, come on, man. Come on. But it was some nights.
It's always been that way.
But that's JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
And it was some nights to where he would really protect that rim. He's blocking shots. He's changing shots. Alex Len just did it with I think Alex Len played more within himself.
If you were in the war room, or if just as they talked about draft preparations, they say, Henry, we need your opinion on something. Should we even consider Zach Edey? What does Henry say? Should we even look at him, Henry? Is that a guy we should even look at?
Zach Edey?
Yeah.
From Purdue, the big man.
Great college player, stock rising.
With the pick?
Yeah, with the 13th.
Ooh.
He could be there. But
Really?
Yeah. He's big. He's slow. Did well in the shooting drills.
Ran a 4.51 in the 40.
Well, see, you just threw out one bad quality right there. He's slow.
I know.
Which doesn't work for
honestly,
the Kings.
I'm not trying to convince you.
And it's just the opposite of how we play. See, I honestly think that 13th pick is going to be very, very critical. Because do you use that pick just to bring a player, or can you use that pick with some of the entities you have right now to package up, to try to bring somebody here to where you say, he's a Mike Brown guy. He's a guy that can go up and down with Sabonis and De'Aaron. He's a guy that can play a little bit of defense. You're going to have to get complementary guys in here. I mean, the Kings really don't have time to say, well, we're going to bring him here and we're going to develop him.
Right.
We're still developing Keegan. Keon is still developing.
Yeah.
Mitchell is still developing. You don't have enough room to keep developing guys.
Right. But I need guys too. I think ideally, to me, you draft somebody at 13 that, as you say, you feel like you could plug in and he could help you. You get with the MLE, you find somebody that can help, and then you trade some of the guys who you are not crazy about and bring in Zach LaVine without giving up a bunch of future assets.
But is that guy at 13 going to be able to come in and give you what you need? Because, I mean, think about it. De'Aaron and Sabonis is on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
They got to start winning. They got to start, thinking about how long their longevity is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can't have 2 all-stars on your team and have 3 other guys saying, okay, well, we got to develop these guys. That's not going to work.
High Flyer, thanks for coming in. It's been a lot of fun.
Anytime, bro. I love being in here.
We appreciate it. By the way, want to let you know, we're wrapping things up here, but before we go, Sacktown Sports teaming up with our buddies from True Sports Cards and Collectibles to lace you up with family 4-packs to check out the Sacramento Autograph and Sports Card Expo. Starts tomorrow at the grounds in Roseville. It's May 17th, 18th, and 19th. Today's winner also receives a John Taylor autograph ticket. So hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now, looking for caller number. What do you think, High Flyer? Make it a low one for Jay.
A low one?
Yeah.
Let's say number 4.
Caller number 4 right now to win. For more information, visit sacktownsports.com. We'll see you out there tomorrow. And we got Infinity Sports. Golf to Go, my mistake. Golf to Go is coming up next right here on Sacktown Sports.
This schedule release update is sponsored by Xfinity Odds Zone, providing you with a new way to watch live sports, allowing you to get odds from popular sportsbooks on the same screen as the